hello. So many people already in the comments. How exciting. Hi, HMS Gen X Lady. Hi, John Smith. Hi, Random Old Lady. Hi, Ruth Van. Wait, hang on. Hi, HMS Gen X Lady. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Ancient Teapot. Apples is doing very well. So if you remember yesterday, you're here. No, Boss Lady's not here. That's from before. I don't think Boss Lady is going to be able to join us today. So yesterday when I left you so abruptly, my landlady had handed me a note saying that Apples had eaten a bag of Hershey's Kisses. So I was pretty alarmed by that. But it turned out, I was picturing, a bag of Hershey's Kisses. Hi, curious-minded seeker. Nice to see you. And Blessed Mama, welcome in. A.R. Artmans. Yay! Good to see you. Everybody's here. So yeah, it turns out that he did eat the whole bag, but it was just a little treat bag that a friend had left her. So it was literally only about a half a dozen, which is not ideal. But I was thinking he had literally eaten like 30 Hershey's Kisses or something. He's diabetic, so obviously that was alarming. So I just had to end very quickly, and I took him straight home and gave him his insulin and his proper supper. So, and he seemed fine. His poop looked a little bit like Hershey's Kisses this morning, but otherwise he seems to be fine. Hi, difficult research, Tricia. Glad you could make it. Cabby. JR, yes, me. Ailson Hater. Everybody's here. So yeah, I had to leave you all abruptly yesterday. And I also realized afterwards that while I was playing the video of Tricia melting down over the obituary, I was watching it all by myself, and it wasn't on screen for you guys until I got about halfway through that. So I thought I would do that again today. I'm going to show you the post from Dreamfeed Media again, and we'll play that little bit of the Websleuths freak out over the obituary, which is so exciting. So I don't know if other people have seen yet that Tricia's new motion has been posted. I sent a copy of it to Jolene, so hopefully she will do something about it. So yeah, thank you all so much for your kind wishes for Apples. I think he was the most cared about dog on the planet yesterday. Apparently they were saying a prayer for him in Jay's live yesterday. So I missed that, but somebody came over and mentioned in the chat. So what a lovely bunch all you are. Doris Martin, nice to see you. Hot Ham Radio is here. Apples is fine. Yes, he did not eat as many Hershey's Kisses as I first thought. So I'm glad you like it, M Spacebird. Yeah, that's Tripping with Tricia and Stacy. Hi, Ruthann. Yay. So yeah, I thought I would share the post from Dreamfeed Media again, since this is what we're about today. Hold on, I'm a little bit. Oh well. I'm at home because the construction stopped early today, so I'm a little bit off my game. Hang on, I gotta move this so I can see the screen. Okay, so this is the post that Dreamfeed Media put up, and I'm not gonna read you the obituary. It's available online, and you can also go see this, but I am going to read you the pinned post from Dreamfeed Media. So if any of you missed this yesterday, Grace says, just a heads up to anyone Tricia Griffith directed here. Practically everyone who ever lived in McKinney knows members of the Davis and Wolford families. My kids were zoned to attend Wolford Elementary. My friends renovated the home next to one of Janet's childhood homes. Janet's cousin, Hal Davis, was the attorney who was going to handle my divorce, but he died 2 weeks later in a motorcycle wreck. Janet has many living relatives who deserve the courtesy of knowing their dear cousin, great aunt, passed away. It is disrespectful to gatekeep her life and legacy, particularly a life dedicated to research, documentation, and dignity. Janet is not some dirty little secret. She was a pioneer of the 20th and 21st century and a role model to many. Rest in peace, Janet. So, yeah, that's just a little background for potentially for why Tricia is absolutely flipping out about this obituary. So lots of people are speculating that it's because we couldn't understand it at first. It was like, what, why is this happening? But then yesterday it came out that she has, we all thought that she had dropped the case against Daphne. Apparently, I didn't see the video, but I know maybe I've watched it with Jolene. There's been so many, it's hard to remember. But there was a point at which Tricia was like, yeah, no, that was what we wanted. We were just trying to make sure that the money went to the animal sanctuary. That's all we wanted. But no, she is fighting it. And the document is up. So I will post it in the description of today's video. I haven't done it yet, but I did post it in yesterday's video description, the link to the Dallas County court record search and the file number if people want to look at it themselves. But basically, Tricia is saying that Daphne is trying to defraud the estate, and she is trying to get she's trying to get her removed and herself replaced. Hi, Grace. Glad you could make it. Dream Feed Media. Yeah, Grace is saying here, literally, at what point do we raise money to hire a private investigator? Yeah, it's all extremely alarming. It starts to make you think, like, how did Beth B pass? What happened exactly? Hi, is it La Mesa, right? La Mesa? Hi, La Mesa. Glad you could make it. Yeah, so anyway, let's just listen to Tricia freaking out a little bit some more. I mean, she's always a gas, regardless.
I had something really upsetting happen, and
it's upsetting. She's the victim here. She's the victim of an obituary about someone else.
Stacey, you're like me. When you get mad, you cry. Mm-hmm. I do. And I don't know what's going on because I'm not paying attention to all the noise out there. But I had a friend call me. You know Larry, my friend. Yeah. Called me all upset. He was all upset. He had found an obituary posted about Beth B. And I said, well, no. What are you talking about? It was so hard to understand him. He was so upset. And I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. Finally, I figured it out. Somebody made
these people always do this. They always try to act like it's so complicated. It's so hard to understand. It's so crazy. Literally, it's an obituary for Beth B. What is there to not understand?
Obituary for our friend Beth B. And posted it on some memorial site. I don't know how he found this. I don't know what. I'm going to have to call him later because I was getting ready to do this. But he read it to me.
Oh my God. She didn't even go look at it, right? She just had to come rushing over here and get on live. She didn't even bother to look at it. This woman is just a grifter through and through. Like, I mean, she's never prepared. But here she is coming on to have a hissy fit, meltdown about this. And she didn't even bring it.
Beth B did not want an obituary.
Right. So I'm going to put it on blast that there's one out there. Because that's not what she wanted. And I have spent several months putting her whole life, her illness, everything about her past, everything about how she helped us all, even though she didn't want anybody to know. You've put all of that on blast, and now you're over here to act outraged because somebody else is doing exactly what you've just done. It's a bad look, Tricia.
She absolutely did not want one, which is why there wasn't one. We did do a memorial service that was private.
Which is why there wasn't one. there wasn't one because you tried to gatekeep everything, Tricia. That's my guess.
That's it. Nobody needs to know about it. It was nobody's business. But when he read me this obituary, Stacey, I was so upset.
It was nobody's business, and yet she made content out of it for her 50K subscribers. 40. Oh, she's losing subscribers. She's only got 48.9 subscribers now. She had 49 before, for sure. At least that many.
Because it has a lot of private information in there that I can guarantee you, if Beth B, she was here, she'd be so upset. She did not want this. And what I can't figure that, flip out. And that's, what are you sending me? I have to stop and look at it now. Do I need to look at it or should I?
Okay, the other thing I want to say, hi Gem in the Mud, glad you could make it, is that funerals, wakes, memorial services, obituaries, gravestones, those are for the living. So, you know, I know that people have their dying wishes and how they would like to be remembered and things like that, but I don't think that you can, from beyond the grave, tell people how to mourn you. I just don't think that's, I don't think that there's any, I mean, I think she's full of it anyway, but I'm just saying, like, even trying to make this like it's something to get so upset about is just so fake. It's ridiculous.
Keep going.
Look at it, I guess.
What I don't even know what I was saying. What was I saying? Does
He would
anybody?
flip out.
Oh, flip out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't figure out, and I don't want to say the word flip, but I will. Whoever did this, why they did it. Whoever did this didn't know Beth B at all. Didn't know her.
Yep.
Never met her, and she never wanted an obituary. My God, I was with her every day. She did not want an obituary. Okay, that's why there wasn't one. That's why there.
Why were you with her every day? It sounds like she didn't want you around, from what you've said. Yeah, she doesn't want family coming out of the woodwork. She doesn't want any more people who might come along and say, that they were owed something. Right, Jem? Poor Beth B can't even rest in peace because of Tricia. Yeah, right? I mean, there's some part of me that still resists accepting how bad this is, that this woman is really that bad. But then at the same time, like, this is the true crime community. The whole reason that the true crime community exists is because there are plenty of people that are this bad and much worse. So, I mean, it seems beyond believable, but the evidence is more and more clear.
There was no announcement anywhere. It was what she wanted. I am so insulted by the intrusion of this person. I can't, and I don't know who this person.
God. She is so full of it. It's exhausting to be around, to even listen to her. I just am more interested in what you guys have to say. A curious-minded seeker says it doesn't make sense. Tricia wanted it private except for her channel because she needed to control access so a relative doesn't make a claim. She's awful. Yeah, the whole thing, just the obvious impunity that she thinks that she has, that she seems to feel that she has, that she could come and air all of this over here and nobody would ask any questions. It gives you an idea of how entitled she thinks she is. It really does. Like, can you? The gall, like, I can't even, I would die of shame. I could never pull something like this off. I mean, I'm not saying that she's pulling it off, but you know what I mean? Like, I would die of shame. I would not be able to leave my house, you know? I just don't know how she does it. These people are, I mean, shameless.
Person is. I have no idea. Larry read me the name, and I'm like, "Do you recognize that name?" He's like, "No." Like, I don't either. I have no idea who it is. No idea where they came from. Nothing. But it's disgusting, and I don't know if there's anything I can do about it.
I think they're doing it for attention, for money.
Well,
There's somewhere else that's
yeah,
yeah.
I think
Again, yes. Yes, I'm sure whoever put up the obituary is making bank from it. Woohoo! And getting tons of attention. Woohoo! You know who's getting the attention? Is Beth B. And Beth B deserved it. You know who else is getting the attention? It's Tricia, because she's freaking out, so everybody's looking at her. So I don't know, is she trying to get everybody to look at her? Like, I can't help thinking that maybe she's, is she playing 5D chess with us here? I mean, otherwise she's dumber than a doorstop. I mean, I guess that's possible, but she's also extremely canny. So Stacy is not real bright. No, I would agree with that assessment, ASP. But I would also agree that she is, you don't have to be smart to be evil. That ding is loud. Yeah, maybe I should put the...
I think you're right. I think it has to do with whatever, with all that other crap going on that again, I don't even go near because...
Because now people are jumping in because they're like, oh, I can make money off this.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
She would be mortified.
Oh,
and, like it.
Why would she be mortified, right? They don't explain this. All they say is she didn't want a thing. She would be mortified. But why? Why didn't she want it? Right? Yeah, right? I think that it's a kind of intelligence, but it's not like intellectual, what we think of as intelligence. But it's definitely, it's canny is the best word I can think of to describe it, right? Cunning, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's for the same way Melanie Gibb did. That's La Mesa says Tricia is cunning and she plays dumb the same way Melanie Gibb did. Yeah, I think that's a great analogy. Make money off what? Yeah, like, I don't know. This is what's so bizarre about this, right? Yeah, maybe she's jealous of all the attention that Megan was getting for her pity party. I believe they are equating an actual obituary with a post on a public website as being the same thing. So there's the one that I saw is I don't know. It's like one of those memorial pages, yeah, where you can put up. Decades of Darkness says, you don't make money putting an obituary on a free genealogy site. Yeah, there you go. A lifelong researcher and librarian documentarian would not be horrified, says Grace from Dreamview Media. Yeah, like, why would she be so mortified? Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, how mortifying. People loved me and want to express their grief at my passing. How mortifying. Oh my God, Grizzly Bear Kelly says, I would love it if Daphne ever comes forward. That would be something we'd all have out our popcorn for. God, can you imagine? I mean, I wouldn't want to pile on to poor Daphne, though. My God, this has probably all been... She's no spring chicken either, I don't think, Daphne, right? She was like a lifelong friend of Beth B. So I believe she's getting on in years too. And this must be an awful lot, right? Yeah, crazy. Anyway, a little bit more of this and then we'll carry on with the field trip.
We've said before, she was very generous to people, all kinds of people, and she didn't like anybody to know. She kept it secret.
So we went and put it on blast to our 50,000 subscribers because she didn't want anybody to know.
Absolutely. And Jules and me, this has nothing to do with the establishment for the estate, has nothing to do with that at all. I promise you. And I know.
So I think somebody is saying that they have to put out an obituary for the estate because they have to basically let people know that she passed and put out a notice or whatever. ERP Thompson Queen says, at 72, I have seen a lot of this behavior. I hope I'll live long enough to see the end of this legally. Well, I do too. ERP Thompson, I hope you live longer than that even. Yeah, please hit the like button. I am really not very good at doing that, and Boss Lady isn't here today, so if you could do that, I would be grateful. Let's talk about Tricia's new look, new jewelry, new makeup, new backdrop, which she premiered, but she never said where it was from, and then months later she came out and said it was from Beth B. So yeah, None of what she is saying makes sense. But that's the thing with these people, right? They have been getting away with this stuff all their life, and they don't really. I don't think they really understand. Like even Tricia, who's been through the whole court process with this. Well, not all of it. It's settled out of court, but I mean, maybe that made her think that maybe that helped her to be so brazen with this one. Who knows? But they don't seem to understand that when you're under a microscope, it's not the same thing as like scamming people in your day-to-day life when you have thousands of people looking at you, including law enforcement or the court systems or whatever. So anyway,
I know what you mean by that, but no. But you're right, Stacey. She was very generous to a lot of people, and she kept it. Never wanted it out there, while she was alive.
Right. And like I accidentally figured some things out. I had no idea, where a certain thing came from. I had no clue, but I had figured it out one day.
Yeah.
Right. No clue.
Jules, I can guarantee you that that's not what this is at all. Not even. And I know what you mean by that. No, this isn't it. This isn't it.
I wonder what Jules said. So she's not posting that part up. So Grizzly Bear's Kid says that's the part that I think makes her a creditor. I think she spent money for all that before she had the money. All of that came after Beth B passed. Well, yeah, and somebody was pointing out too that she had Beth B's phone, right? And like they keep insisting that it was like this really old model iPhone that was just you couldn't do anything with it. It was such an old model iPhone. But like, don't people have their credit cards, in their wallet apps on their iPhones? Right? Like, I mean, she could have been doing God knows what with that phone, and she was very determined to keep hold of it, right? That whole Faraday bag thing nonsense. Holy smokes. Yes, she's been getting away with it for a long time. That's what I mean. So she genuinely feels extremely entitled to do this, right? Amazon app. Yes, Grace, exactly. That would already have any shopping apps that she used, right? Even groceries or whatever, right? And she had the purse. Yeah. Right? So yes, she could have, and I mean, you could imagine Tricia helping her set her up, right? Like, oh, I'll put all these apps on your phone and I'll help you figure all this out. And then you can just do it all from your phone. You'll see it's really easy. And then I'll hang on to your phone. I mean, this is allegedly, I don't know, but something's going on here that needs explaining. I mean, she looks more put together in this video than I have literally ever seen her look, right? It's wild. So anyway, I'm going to move on from this to carrying on with the road trip from yesterday. Most of us have seen that by now, but yeah, so we were a few minutes into it. She's still on the road. The only commentary I seemed able to make yesterday during the road trip thing was just I just kept going, oh my God, this is insane, because we had just gotten through reading her motion to get the executor removed from the will or whatever. I'm not sure how to word that, but yeah. I was so gobsmacked by that it seemed to be coloring everything in the road trip video, and I couldn't stop just going, oh my God. So I wasn't being very articulate. I don't know, did Daphne cancel the credit cards? I sure hope so. I mean, God knows how long it took her to get. Curious Minded Seeker says she drops little bits of what sounds like truth. I wonder if she thought she could change the beneficiary on Beth B's brokerage and bank accounts from that fund. She's claiming Daphne was being shady. Well, she definitely had those bank account numbers, right? They're in her original filings. That's a good question, but I was thinking it's Betty Boop, right? No? That's a good question. Grizzly Bear is asking the Betty Boop if her name comes off of Beth. Difficult research. Kresha. Want to know what I realized? Tricia is a distant relative of Wild Bill Hickman, Brigham Young's avenging angel. Tricia says, hello, my true crime angels. Hickman was Brigham Young henchman. Well. The plot is ever thickening with these crazy people, isn't it? This is the second road trip. Yeah. this is the second one. So we watched this. We watched a little bit of it yesterday, and then I found out that Apples had been eating chocolates, and I had to run. So we're just carrying on from where we were yesterday.
Alert. And we were able to get a close-up of the badge he was wearing. And Stacy.
Oh yeah, this is where she's doxing the guy that knocked on her door from the insurance department of Texas.
Stacy's son was able to tell that badge came from a department in Texas. So Texas says Texas on it. You can't see the name or anything. And it came from the Department of Texas that handles final estates. Gosh, I should have had that ready to go. What's it called? Final. It's got insurance and final estates or final something. What is it, Stacy?
I'll grab it real quick. Let's see.
Oh my God, these people are never prepared. Yeah, and so she assumed because he had a lumpy book bag. Remember the lumpy book bag from the first one? She assumed that he had tools in there, not books. And that was proof. The lumpy book bag was proof. So it seems to me very likely that someone from this department might show up on her doorstep asking about Beth B's phone and her purse, if that's their job.
It is. There we go. Okay. Life, accident, health, and HMO, final expenses.
Final expenses, that's it. That was the tag he's wearing. And
and she suspects that it was fraudulent for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I don't know what he wanted, but he was very aggressive. And Stacy called that department and she said, if that would have been one of our people, he would have left a message, or he would have left, a letter or a card.
So La Mesa says, I'm so angry at how many people saw that young man's entire face with baseless, weird accusation and assumptions made. Oh, I didn't know she put his face out. The one I saw, the picture I saw, she had blurred it out. So gross. He was still very, easily identifiable. She literally blurred his face only.
But he didn't do any of that. And he didn't come back. And he only came to my house. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I do think it was somebody that
And instead of answering the door to find out why, she acted like a crazy person.
Daphne sent. I think, again, it's just a theory. I think Daphne was trying to get Beth B's phone. And I think.
Sorry, the Bethy Boop Tricia Griffith told the internet Stacy cracked Beth's phone. What does that mean? Cracked it how? Like got into it? I thought that she already was into it. Maybe she blurred it later, so everybody saw his face. Oh my God. That's even worse. Good God. She was billing Janet for personal hospice care, in my opinion. That may well be what she's going to try to claim, right? Somebody was pointing out that in one of the videos, she walks up to the window of the house and she goes, what room is this? And she goes, oh, it's the kitchen. And somebody pointed out that, like, if she was over there cooking for her 3 nights a week and all this stuff, wouldn't she know what room that was, where the kitchen was? Was it on Jolene last night? I'm not sure.
The guy might have said something like, hey, we're investigating Beth B. She left you some money and we want to give it to you, but we need all her electronics. So can you please hand over your electronics? I don't.
Why would he say she left you some money, though, when she didn't?
No, I don't know. But he was carrying a laptop bag, but it looks heavy and it's bulky. He's got something in it. And Stacy, I don't know. Can you share that picture of him now?
Yeah.
I downloaded it. It should be in the media assets.
Yeah. I was actually going over that document.
Insightful Swamp Gas B. Me says she thinks that's aggressive. Be careful knocking on Tricia's door one too many times. She might go all stand your ground on you. She's an idiot. Yeah, and she brags about how she's been carrying her guns around and sleeping with them under her pillow and stuff.
that you were talking about. That's what I was just doing. So I'll get that picture up. Here we go.
There he
There's the
is.
picture. Yeah.
Okay, now I've got food out there for the porch kitties. Okay, and he's on his phone the whole time.
There he is.
But he used his phone hand to knock on it and to ring my door.
Yeah, I haven't seen this video yet. She didn't blur it. I've only seen the first field trip. And in the first field trip video, they blurred his face. Jesus Christ, I feel bad.
It was a boom, 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 ding dong, boom, boom, boom. Now, if you look at that bag, it looks like it's got something heavy in it.
Sorry, I don't even
Okay.
want to show his face.
But
that's not right.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'd like to know what y'all think. I can't. We haven't told you everything because we can't. But just know that it is going to it is going to court. Go ahead.
There is one thing about the document that we said. So on the document, the money's to be distributed.
I can barely hear you. Can you speak up louder?
Yeah. So the only name on the account is Bethany's, not the other person.
Right. Nobody else's name is on it.
On what account? What are they talking about? Oh my God. Difficult Research Kresha says, I blurred his face in photos I screen grabbed from these lives. Thank you, Kresha. Right? I don't even like sharing these people. Stupid. They're just... It's hard to watch their videos even because they're always exploiting somebody, and then I'm by extension exploiting that person by showing their videos. It's... Ugh.
Right. Not even where it's supposed to go to. So it's like...
Well,
you understand?
we think we were able to tell. It's got a partial account number. Do you see that on the document?
It's got the whole account number here.
Okay. Well, I think if I remember correctly, somehow my lawyer we were able to tell that was an account at a bank, and through other documents, we think it is a joint account. Again, not 100% sure on it either.
I am very curious about her lawyer. I did look him up yesterday, but I couldn't find much of anything except that he's been practicing since 2012 or something like that, or 2011, 2012, something like that. And he appears to be a real person from a real law firm that specializes in probate, among other things. Kresha says, after the live, there's a way you can edit this video to blur it, but I don't know if it eliminates live chat feature. Anyone know? Yeah, I don't know. I would have to go and check it out. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I mean, it is helpful. She's deleted these videos, right? So I think it was Dally, because this video is from Dally's Daily Docket, and it's like a download because they. Right? God. People did this whole thing. Everything is crazy. Everything is crazy. I don't know how we continue to be shocked by the crazy behavior of these people, and yet here we are.
Yeah.
So, because I do remember that when we found this, we thought, whoa, that's really bad, because that's another issue altogether.
Well, yeah. She's moving it to another whole bank.
Yeah, no wonder she deleted this, right? They're admitting breaking into Beth B's phone to get her account numbers and stuff, and then posting it online. Like
account. So anyway, again, a lot of this is just kind of guessing on our part, but what we do know is that this document we found was not signed by Beth B. Not on the date, and it lists the date as May 16th, 2025.
That's interesting. Kresha says, my grandpa lived in Mesquite, Texas. My grandpa, Kresha, lived in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
She was not opening her eyes. She couldn't even grunt. And she died the next day. She didn't sign anything.
This is how she's talking about her friend. While she's like huffing and puffing, staking out her house on a field trip for her viewers. My God.
She signed nothing. And then to have Daphne, Daphne's name is on it somewhere signed, and then to have somebody else from her company sign it, attesting to the fact that that was Beth B's signature.
It's not even a signature. It's
Well,
some little bitty thing. It's not even a signature. It's ridiculous.
well,
Yeah, that's a good point, right? I just put up that comment about it being like Stacy seems like she's all in now, right? She normally just sits there and can't even grunt, or all she can do is grunt. Suddenly, she is in with both feet here.
it's supposed to be her name.
Yeah,
Is the
it's
deal.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I know it is. It is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm just in front of Beth B's house now, and good. Everything is still locked up. That's all good. It's all very good here.
Bethy Boop is asking, was there ever a memorial for the community for Janet? The only thing I know is what Tricia said, which is that she said they had a small private memorial. He was a good man. I only ever met him one time. And I was a very small child, but my mother spoke very, very highly of him. He was, and my memory of him from when I was a small child was that he was very gentle and kind. Yeah, he was lovely. I went there after he was dead. I went to visit. So he remarried. So we called his new wife, we called her Little Grandma, and we went to visit her. So I went to Lake Charles when I was 10, and I got extremely bad sunstroke.
Hi, baby. Oh, I can hear a kitty. Hi, Mama. Hi, sweetie. I know, honey. I don't have any food, but I think you live across the street. I think you have a house. Hi, baby. Yes, you used to come visit us, huh? I know. I miss her too, honey.
Oh, God, she's got to try to pretend like this cat that she and Beth B used to pet the cat together. Oh, yes, I know. I miss her too. Oh, isn't that lovely? Ugh, she's faking it, I bet you.
I miss her too. Be careful, okay? Yeah, that's... Oh, are you going to stand right in front of me? Okay. If I'd have thought, I'd have brought some kitty food over. Yes, it's good to see you.
Oh, but some possum food, allegedly. Yeah, right. Grizzly Bear Kelly says it's so telling that Tricia is locked out of everything. Yeah, nobody wants you here, Tricia. Go away.
Bring some food over tomorrow, honey. Okay. Yeah, but so far everything's looking good. The neighbor mowed the lawn, which was really nice of him.
So far everything's looking good. Just making sure everything's been taken care of properly up to my personal standards. She lives in a garbage.
She has a big, beautiful backyard. So, let me make sure this is not here.
That's what I was trying to say, Tricia, sorry. Meant to say she's trying to connect the cat to make it appear she's so familiar with Betty's life. That's exactly what I think. She's like, oh, yes, I miss her too. You and me together. We miss our joint friend. See how important I am over here. See how much a part of things I am. Yeah. Reminds me of Megan telling us all about the layout of the bar in CrimeCon, because it was so important for us to understand that she was a major player. She was one of the people that actually went to security and told on Christina directly. Reminds me of that. Making themselves important. It sickens me.
I will tell you. See here. Okay.
I mean, lots of people have big egos and like to make themselves important, but I'm talking about making themselves important as part of their grift to screw someone else over. Disgusting human beings. A lot of them, I just cannot get over it.
I can see in the backyard. It's kind of hard to see. But there we go. That's good. The lock is still there. That's all good. It's all looking good. Okay.
Oh, the lock is still there. She was very concerned that the lock wasn't going to be there. Yeah, right, Christina? Because she was the one that was watching you. Exactly, because she was stalking you. Oh, my God. These people make me absolutely crazy. She was so proud of that fact, right? That she and Grayson went to security. She was so proud of that. She repeated it multiple times in her lives because she wanted everybody to know, right? That she was a big She was one of the main players. She was there. God, this is exactly what Tricia's trying to do here. I am one of the major players here. I knew her. I knew everyone in her life. I own Beth B. Lauren, like Lauren owns CrimeCon.
Okay, very good. What was that? Oh, that's the kitchen. Okay. We forgot that. I will tell you that, like I told you earlier, where I believe the money will end up is a Hollywood ending.
Oh, yeah, here's the Hollywood ending. Hey, Christina Mack says, and I don't use the word allegedly because I unknowingly got documentation of it. Yeah. Oh, of Megan tattling on you? Ugh, God, I'd love to post that picture up.
And even though I was told that I was beneficiary, and I was told the things that Beth B told me she was leaving me, because of the paperwork that was supposed to be done by Daphne, and Daphne told Beth B it was all done, it was all handled, don't you worry about a thing. And she didn't do anything. And then she said that it didn't matter anyway because Beth B changed her mind and left her everything.
So, yeah, so she is saying that Beth B had told her verbally, this is what you'll be getting when I die. And then she told Daphne to write it all up and make sure that it went into the of Megan watching you. Yes, that's what we want to see. God, they deserve literally legal consequences for their behavior. Not these two. I mean, I've changed subjects and I'm talking about Megan and Lauren for that whole CrimeCon thing. I wonder if I assume that you're going to CrimeCon this year, Christina, and I wonder if Lauren is going this year. I'd be curious if anybody knows anything about that. Yeah, so she's trying to claim, and she's saying all this stuff, and she has no evidence of any of it, and none of this is content. It's absolutely, I mean, it's mind blowing. It's all those things, but it's like deeply, deeply unethical. And this is the kind of stuff that she goes on. Does her. I'm sure you've all seen it by now. Her video about bullying and cyberbullying, where she talks all about the terrible YouTubers, and she's literally doing everything that she complains about and more. The projection is really shocking, and I'm unsure, honestly, with Tricia. Someone like Tricia, who is so, like, the grift that is who she is. There is nothing more to Tricia than the grift. And because I have a brain that works differently than that, I am unable to imagine, like, does she believe her own grift, do you think? Like, there are times when it seems clear that she's, like, covering up, right? Like, obviously she deleted these things. But that's only after somebody else pointed out to her, right? How insane it was. Like, I think she believes her own grift.
Yeah. That didn't happen.
This is why, like, the thing with these people who wear masks like this, right? The reason why it's important that you believe their mask, at least part of the reason, is because it helps them to believe their mask. Because when they, like, it's kind of a matter of survival, right? And when they face a mask off moment, it can be life-threatening for people like this, right? When they are face to face with who they really are, it can be life-threatening. So, like, when people were saying that, oh, Lauren was, having thoughts of self-harm and everything, I don't doubt that, because having to face who she is and what she's done, with every mirror that she looks into reflecting this horrible person and not the pretend mask that she puts out there. It is can be a terrifying moment for these people. So I'm not convinced that she is fully cognizant of her grift. I think that she might believe in the lies that she tells. I'm not 100%, because obviously there are times when it's very clear that she is aware and is trying to cover up, but those always seem to be kind of after the fact.
What's ironic, what is so ironic, is Beth B told me what she was leaving Daphne, not the exact amount, but it was a lot. And if Daphne would have done what she promised Beth B she was going to do.
But it was a lot. Like, yeah, how much is a lot? I can't tell you the details. I can just tell you it was a lot.
She would have a nice chunk right now, and she wouldn't be getting ready to be discovered for fraud. So,
I mean, this is what I'm saying, right? So she's here saying that, hey, Christina Mack, welcome. Yay. How exciting. I feel a little bit starstruck. So much so that I've lost track of what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know. I'm sure it was riveting. But we'll carry on anyway.
let's see, this is her backyard. She had a new fence put up in 2023, I believe. And again, she put the smooth side out in the alley so nobody could climb over it. It's all looking good. It's all looking really good. All right.
Like, it's so funny the way she's going around there going, yeah, this is good. Check, check, check. Like she's got, like she's the security that drives by 3 times a night and has like 4 checkpoints to just make sure, whatever. Like she's there to check that everything is okay. It's crazy. LaMesa says, Penny, my take, Tricia knows everything she's doing, but is happy to let others keep giving her the benefit of the doubt or even think she's dumb. Advise her more time, in my opinion. Well, hey, fair enough. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't know what it's like to be in their brain. I understand the kind of the behaviors that they have and the ways that they manipulate and all that sort of stuff, but I find it very hard to put myself in their shoes. My brain just does not work that way.
Now, isn't that exciting?
Uh-huh.
Woohoo! Yeehaw! Fun stuff. Let's see. Are there any questions?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Tricia? Go home.
Let me see. What about a will, says Deborah?
There was supposed to be a will. There is a will, an old one, very old one, that has been found. Which is
very old. I mean, my God, when she was 85 years old, a 10-year-old will would have felt like she made it like 5 minutes ago. God, 10 years ago seems like nothing to me. So I think she's trying to characterize it as like, oh yeah, it's so old. It's so old. Like, it wasn't that old.
Is what we're working with now.
Yes, there is one.
So, and again, if it all works out, it will be a Hollywood ending. But we've got to get the authorities to take back that large account that was stolen from Beth B, in my opinion. It was
right. She's making all these allegations and with no proof.
Stolen and put into somebody else's account while Beth B was incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't sign anything. She couldn't. And she didn't change her mind. And it just breaks my heart because she...
Yeah, this is coming from the woman who has already admitted that Daphne was always like, yeah, it's fine. You don't have to come over. Leave me alone. I don't need you here. No, I don't want you to stay. Please leave. Right? and we're supposed to believe that she told you everything and you were her only confidant and you're the keeper of all of her wishes. I mean, my God, who would believe that? Who would believe that? Apparently there's 50,000 people that would believe it, but my God, who else?
Loved Daphne and trusted her. And I found communications later on my phone that I'd forgotten about, and also on Beth B's phone between Beth B and Daphne, talking about the final arrangements and such and what was supposed to happen. But
yeah, the Hollywood ending exactly is going to be like her inheriting all this thing and getting the house and getting all this stuff, right? I just wanted to comment. I saw a little clip on Everyday with Jay where somebody posted on Websleuths asking, very pointed questions about this stuff. And there was a response from Othram saying that this is, this comment is from an unhinged and an obsessed person who has a personal issue with one of our employees. So it seems like Othram is backing her in all of this, just for your information. Yeah.
because I don't have the actual will, I just have, the conversation about how it was to be put together. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. My lawyer said the court will just go, you don't have the will. Sorry.
So Maury, I'm not sure if you're aware, she is not hedging on her claims of Daphne's fraud. On what day is it? Friday. Yesterday was the 30th. So on Wednesday, she filed a motion in court to have Daphne removed as the executor of the will, alleging fraud, alleging that she sold a bunch of stuff and sold it and kept the money and all sorts of stuff. Everything that she's saying here. So that has been posted. If you look at my video yesterday, I read it out. But if you want to just go read it yourself, I have left instructions in the description on how to make that happen. So, yeah. Sorry, what's happening, Christina? I'm lost. Yeah, I mean, Calissa Katz is saying it sounds like Beth B was incapacitated and perhaps not thinking straight or easily manipulated. I mean, you get tired when you're sick and old, right? Like, I mean, God, can you imagine? She said, did you read the thing? Have you seen the thing, Maury? You read it or seen it? It's she's basically saying the same thing that she was saying on her channel, that it's major fraud.
Yeah, I know what she says here, and I know what she said there, and I know what Daphne said, and I know all of that. But hey, there's no actual will, so in that sense, I am out of luck, and I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's see. Any other questions?
Yeah, was Daphne's document notarized? No.
And I think that's why she had somebody else sign it to attest that was Beth B's signature. And she told me she was going to take it to her friend at the bank that she'd known for 30 years. So I think there's a little friendship thing going on there. But that was why she needed the note from the doctor saying that Beth B was incapacitated.
LaMesa says, Penny, we're hypothesizing that Tricia had never been to Beth B's house in daylight. She doesn't know her way around, didn't know where the kitchen was. So, yeah, I was mentioning that earlier, I guess, before you got here, that I had heard somebody say that. And then it made perfect sense. Probably it was you, LaMesa. But, yeah. Hang on. We don't know if Othram knows the particulars, right? Then they only knew Tricia's viewpoint. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. But I'm just saying they are backing her. Like, yeah, they're backing her. I mean, and all this stuff is, if somebody says they're going to leave you something, my God, like, count yourself lucky if it happens, and otherwise move on and mourn the passing of your friend. I mean, for God's sake. Right, exactly. Kelly Kell says the last day my mom was lucid, she said she wanted to change her life insurance policy. I brought the papers too late and she couldn't sign. I wasn't going to forge anything. These things happen. Yeah. I had a friend, one of the first journeyman that I ever worked with when I got my apprenticeship at the city. He was like 15 or 17 years older than me, I think, and we just hit it off really well. And he became kind of a surrogate dad to me. I don't have my own father passed away, and I was never close with him. And when he was nearing the end of his life, he told me that he was going to leave me his tools. And in the end, that's not what happened. They went to, I don't even know what happened in the end, but I would not have dreamed, I can't even imagine having gone to his family and said, he told me that I could have his tools. I want his tools, right? This like insanely valuable tool set that he spent his whole life collecting, that I would go and demand it. Like just crazy. And exactly, right? At the end, I mean, things happen. Who knows what he intended, what he wanted, how it happened is how it happened. And people need to let people rest in peace. So, yeah, I'm very unimpressed with all of this.
Now, Daphne did have her.
See, the whole thing, right? Like, she's trying to claim the whole reason behind what she's saying here for her is like, oh, well, this is what Beth B wanted. I'm doing it because it's what Beth B wanted. I'm not doing it because I want the money. It's not because I want the money. I'm doing it because it's what Beth B wanted.
Medical power of attorney, medical, nothing else, just the medical part, you know, to make medical decisions, which she signed the day she went in the hospital. She gave it to Daphne.
Not you. She trusted somebody else with the power of attorney. Not you, the person who claims to know everyone in her life and be the only one, right?
Which was fine with me. I mean, you know, they'd known.
Oh, it was fine with her. She was okay with that. She gave it her blessing. Tricia gave the blessing to the medical power of attorney. It was fine with her.
Each other for a long time. I trusted Daphne just like I trusted Beth B. I had no idea any of this was going to happen.
Ah, interesting. Just like I have forgotten her name now. It's been a while. Oh, I can't think of the name of the person who bought into Websleuths. Anyway, she trusted you, Tricia. Remember that? Remember that? She trusted you. She thought you were on the level. She had no idea who you really were. Huh.
So, but looking back on it, there were things that were said to me that I'm like, I can't believe I didn't just jump in and go, what the hell? You're trying to steal this. Because I couldn't believe it. Right, Stacey?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right, Stacey? Right? Back me up, Stacey. Right? Remember that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sue Pruitt. Thank you. Sue Pruitt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly the way that she trusted you. And you couldn't believe it when it turned out that you were scamming the families of victims of terrible crimes for tens of thousands of dollars. Hard to believe that anybody could act that way. Carolyn Breeding Apples is just fine. Thank you for asking. It turned out not to be an entire bag of Hershey's Kisses, but a small little treat bag. And so he only ate about half a dozen, and I got him home and got his insulin in him, and he was fine. So, just saying.
I couldn't believe it. And then to do an estate sale so quickly with no will, no anything. Just sold almost everything she owned. And then gave away her car. The car that...
Oh, is that the car that she said that you could have, Tricia? Did she say you could have the Lexus? Hey, the Olap is here. Hey, the Olap, nice to see you. I've been watching all of your Tricia content, and I have to say, well done. Absolute well done.
I was supposed to have, gave it away to somebody in her church. Which she didn't have a right to do. It's still, all of this is still in Beth B's name. All of everything. That's what's so crazy. I don't know how she thought she could get away with this, you know?
I mean, if she's the executor, right? Doesn't the executor have the authority to liquidate assets so that they can be then given to whoever the beneficiaries are. Isn't that her job?
Let's see. Any other questions?
Well, she definitely set somebody else up with this document here. So she's on a roll.
I'm sorry, she what?
Just set somebody else up with this document too. She's on a roll.
Yeah.
She tried to cover herself.
It's very interesting how much Stacy is in on things based on her usual lack of any engagement at all.
Yeah, it'll be a year in this May. It'll be a year.
Yeah.
So
in the whole response video that I did to their HTC coverage with Grayson, I was able to put myself over top of Stacy's thing because she literally grunted twice throughout the entire thing, and there was no need for her to be visible there because she might as well have not been there. And now we come to this, and she is talking fit to beat the band about all of the documents and the bank accounts and the etceteras.
Oh no, I just didn't.
does Daphne visit the house? I don't know. I think she does. She does not have a key. I know that. And I know she wants something. I think she wants something from the house. I'm not sure though. But she probably does drive by, but I don't know. So let's see what else here. No, nothing was notarized.
So she's got her camera pointed at her steering wheel. This is just great content, Tricia.
Miss Caroline, I was when Beth B told me, you take care of the phone. Make sure we always have the phone. And I said, I'll make sure.
Make sure we always have the phone. Take care of the phone. Make sure we always have the phone. What is like? Does anybody? Future faking, yeah. Does anybody believe that Beth B wanted her to have her phone?
You always have the phone. I said, don't worry, I'll make sure of that. And when she passed away, I had left the phone with her. I had just left the hospital for just a few hours to go home and take care of the animals and take a shower. I'd been there since like Thursday, I think. Yeah.
Right? I agree, right? Kelly Kell says, I hate this. And yeah, you get this sick feeling of like, what was she doing to this woman? It is so creepy, right? Maury says, Tricia says she had all her logins and passwords, which sounds so sketchy. How did she get them? Why would someone without power of attorney have access to that, especially when someone else has this role? I mean, people like this, they put... I mean, it's so frustrating to think of someone like Beth B, who had been a pioneer in her life, and she had been a leader in her community and a feminist icon, and someone who had always been independent and in control of her own life, to have someone who weaponizes incompetence as their grift get in there and manipulate everything. It's like, it makes you feel sick. M. Peterson says Beth B was on to Tricia. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds so creepy. Kelly says, Penny, have you seen Jolene watch Tricia buy a life alert with Beth B's card? No, I have not. Oh my God. She didn't have the password to get into the phone. How did she get into the phone? Is that so Trace? So is that what people are saying, that Stacy cracked it? She isolated her. Carolina Hurtado says it wasn't JW who didn't want to see and speak to anyone. She was Tricia's prisoner. It certainly seems like that's definitely possible.
And
Carolina.
When I left is when she died. So I went back and I got the phone.
Yeah, she went flying on back there, right? When she tells the story of it, like when she does the woo-woo Saturday night and tells us all about the Be Me text and everything, she talks about Beth B passing, and like that she had left the hospital and gone home to clean up or something, and that she got the call that Beth B passed. And I went right back to the hospital and got the phone. Like, that's the first thing she talks about, is going right back to the hospital to get the phone. She doesn't say, and I couldn't believe I wasn't there. I so much wanted to be there with her. I was, I can't believe she passed alone when I had been there. Like, nothing like that. She goes right on from getting the phone call that she passed to, and then I went straight back to the hospital to get the phone. It is so revealing, and she has no idea.
And because I didn't want anyone else to get it. And I was doing what she said and taking care of it. The fact that Daphne kept bugging me for it, it's like, I need a phone. Mine's broken. I'm like, well, you can get a brand new phone. Why would you want this old one? Oh, I knew
yeah,
I needed
old
it.
one. Yeah.
She was worried about what we could find on.
And I just get so mad, and I feel like I can't even, my commentary is just me going, oh my God, this is so terrible. It's so shocking that these women have done this.
So somebody in chat says, if she didn't have any key, how did she have an estate sale? Sale.
I tell you back, she had a key back then. This was in.
So the other thing, Grizzly Bear Kelly is saying, I didn't want anyone else to get it, which is what Tricia said. But the other thing that she said on that woo-woo Saturday night one was she didn't want anyone else to get it, but she also wanted to see who she had been in contact with. She wanted to know who had been texting her, which is, again, none of her business.
This was last year. I'm talking about right now. She doesn't have a key because the locks have been changed. Yeah, she had an estate. We had an estate sale, and I had a key. Actually, I think Daphne had a garage door opener, which leads into the house. So, a couple of neighbors had the garage door opener, but Daphne changed the code on the garage door opener, so none of the garage door openers work anymore.
Right. So she's on to you, basically, right? Daphne is on to you. I mean, I don't know Daphne, right? Obviously. But the way that these guys are piling on to Daphne is so reminiscent of the way they all piled on to Christina. That it just feels like they're scapegoating her. And also, she just admitted that Beth B gave Daphne the power of attorney for her medical choices. So that tells me that was Daphne's choice. That Daphne was Beth B's choice, not Tricia.
So yeah, but back, like I said, it was about 3 weeks after she died, they did the estate sale, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know what legally they needed, but I guess to have an estate sale, you have to have an estate declared. And like I said, nothing was put in her name. There's nothing in her name. It's still all in Beth B's name, and it's just, oh, you guys just.
Well, how do you know that? And why is that anything to do with you? This is so wild. I cannot imagine inserting myself in this situation like this. It is just insane.
Crazy. Let's see. Yeah, nobody has power of attorney. Daphne had power of medical attorney to make medical decisions for her. But see, remember, Beth B thought everything was handled back in 2024. And I have a text message from her saying, you won't have to do anything. Daphne has it all handled. She'd say, I just don't want to go to the state of Texas or go to relatives I don't know.
So why doesn't she show us this text message? That would be some actual proof. Tricia says she's accusing Daphne of embezzling the funds. Legally, this is what an executor does with funds from the estate. The funds are deposited into the estate's account, right? And you liquidate anything right? Like, I mean, you sell everything, and then you leave anything. She might have left her silver or her china or her wedding, trousseau or whatever to some specific person. But other than that, yes. She would have to fabricate text messages. Yes, that's why she doesn't show it to us, Tricia. That was sort of what I was trying to imply, but maybe I didn't get it off. Yeah, like it's not her business at all. None of this is her business. It's so creepy to me. Like it's so creepy. Um, Again, like what talking about my journeyman friend who passed away. When he passed away, his sister was in charge of everything, and he wasn't close with her and didn't even particularly like her. And that changed my behavior not at all, right? It's still got nothing to do with me, and none of it is my business, and I stayed out of it apart from, attending memorials and grieving my lovely, wonderful friend who made my life better from the very day that I met him until the day that he passed, just by being a good and loyal and decent man. So rest in peace, Lane. I still think of you every day.
And Daphne was supposed to have everything all set. So,
Well, I'll interject here because I'll just say a little, but the day of Trish mentioned the text messages that she found where Buckbeat gets Trisha's information and says, I want you to be the beneficiary, so I need your information. Then she sends it to Daphne, Trisha's information, to give her the beneficiary info. On that same day, in a document account, you can see where a document was exchanged between Beth B and Daphne. So it went from Beth B to Daphne, and then Daphne deleted that document. So that might have been the will.
it might have been the will that Bethany thought was done. And yes, why?
Okay, so they're making claims of things that they're not showing us, and then they're telling us what those claims mean. Speculating.
Would she change her mind when she was dying? And again, we didn't know at the time. Now, obviously, at this time, we knew she was dying. She had cancer; it spread all through her body. But
right, we know that now because you're telling us now. You didn't even know why she was ill, what was wrong with her. And you keep telling us that she was very private and didn't want anybody to know, and yet here you are spreading it all over the internet. This is with friends like this, who needs frenemies?
there was no problem between us. We were, she wouldn't have changed her mind. She wouldn't have. It's just ridiculous, But the thing is,
I would ASB 412 says Stacy really can talk, and I would extend that to Stacy really can grift. It seems.
I would never have thought to go into any of her bank accounts, even though I could have, I never would. And
until now, when it seemed like it was out of your grip, out of your slipping away from you. And in fact, I don't believe that she never did anything underhanded before Beth B died. Obviously, allegedly, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. But based on every single thing that I've seen since, it seems very unlikely to me that she had not not set things up for herself in such a way that it would make it easier for her once Beth passed.
And because Daphne was her money manager, she had access to all of that too.
Oh my goodness! So Daphne was the trusted friend of Beth B, who was her money manager and had the power of attorney over her medical decisions. Seems obvious that she wanted Tricia to have everything. That seems real obvious.
So, let's see here. Does anyone have access to the inside of her house? Technically, no. Nobody has access to the inside of her house.
Yeah, no. You don't have access to the inside of her house. I would be willing to bet that whoever changed the code on the garage door opener and put all those padlocks on all the gates and everything and mowed the lawn, I would guess that person has access to the house.
So, hang on here. Well, Candy Williams says, I really hope your lawyer has a good investigator on this. The thing is, an official that works for the state is supposedly investigating it, but we're not sure what's going on with it. We're waiting for a court date to happen. And that's what we're waiting on, is this court date. So
Yeah, I am blown away that she is going through with this, that she is facing it out. I mean, it seems to me, right, that it seems like to me like it's a possibility that Beth B said those things to her to kind of shut her up, right? You know what I mean? And that she might have even had an arrangement with Daphne where she's like, listen, I've said this because it's just the easiest way to make her, you know what I mean? Like, again, I don't know. I'm only speculating, but it seems like Beth B trusted Daphne. They were in contact right up until very close to the end of her life, or the end of her being sort of compos mentis, right? It was one of the last things she did was to give her medical power of attorney to Daphne. So it seems very clear that at the end of her life, the person she was reaching out to was not Tricia. I'm just going to let it run for a minute while I go to the little girl's room.
Going through here really quick. She could have. Yeah, she didn't make any mark. There was no. First of all, I was with her the whole time, and Daphne did not come in with a document and have her sign anything. So this was all done online. It was all done online. But yeah, I was with her. I was with her the time she supposedly signed this document, and she was doing the death rattle, the gurgling. So let's see. Oh, Brini, I am very careful. I'm very careful. So yeah, nobody has power of attorney. And again, she thought that she had it all handled. She thought she had, she trusted her friend of 30 years. She thought, well, I got it all handled. She's going to take care of it. Tricia's the beneficiary, and she knows. See, I'm not even sure exactly what that meant, beneficiary, but I do know she told me what certain people were getting, not amounts, but Kyle the kidney was to always be taken care of, always. She gave a housekeeper a good.
I forgot about Kyle the kidney. Good Lord, I wonder who's taking care of Kyle the kidney in the midst of all this. The only time she ever mentions him is when it comes to the will. She doesn't seem to be looking in on him in the meantime.
Good friend, one of her cars, she gave that to her while she was alive. I was there when she gave that to her. And so she has that, but it's still in Beth B's name. I don't know how we're going to get it out because she thought that was all in the will. It's just crazy. Let's see. Any other questions? Oh, thank you so much for the, is that a super chat or a sticker? I can't tell. Is that for $10?
Yeah, super chat. It's Wendy Wobbles. She's okay.
Wendy, she's back. Oh, Wendy, we were worried about you. And thank you.
The thing that's really shocking to me about this whole video here is that her viewers are like all in. They're like, oh, be careful, Tricia. Make sure you stay safe. Like, they think that she's out there fighting crime, the scrappy crime fighter, Tricia. They're buying it lock, stock, and barrel. Oh, I forgot to mention that my background today is a field because we were going on a field trip. And I happen to have a picture of a field in my phone. So there it is.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy Wobbles. We were so scared. By the way, everybody.
Oh my God. Stacy can laugh. I was not aware.
We are monetized, but every dime goes directly to DNA Solves. If you go to DNAsolves.com, you'll see what it is. It is it's the place where Othram has all of their cases that need funding for special DNA testing. Most of it it's weird how the monetization works, because some part of it you get the money in 60 days and then another.
Sorry, I'm not listening to Othram commercials.
As I appreciate you coming with me on this road trip. Oh, shoot. Oh, there's a car that's broken down.
Jules and me donated $5 and says, wow, Tricia didn't get flipped off this field trip.
I didn't, and I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't get anybody mad at me. I didn't fall. I didn't stumble. What's wrong with me? Good Lord.
Me too.
Lordy, Lordy, what is wrong with me? I may have to turn right here, guys. I don't know.
Bipolar Express, can you pull over? I have to.
Grace, I emailed you the link to this video today, so you should have it. Nobody has a clean copy that we are aware of Field Trip 1. So if anybody does have a copy of that, email it to me at dreadfulpennytruecrime@gmail.com. I'm not sure what your email address is off the top of my head, Dreamfeed Media, if you want to post it in the thing. So yeah, you should have the second one in your email inbox. And I don't know who has the first one. The only one that I've watched Jolene's response to it, so it has her commentary on it. But yes, check your email. You should have this one.
To throw up.
Mom, pull over. I gotta throw up, Mom. Oh, now, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Oh, my God. This car that was just in front of me with its emergencies on, turned them off and pulled right in front of me. And it's turned left, but they're in the right-hand lane. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, perfect timing.
Content.
Perfect timing, people. There we go. Okay. Any other questions? There's a whole lot we haven't told you because we can't. And again, the guy at the door may not even be connected. We don't know. It's just, to me, it's kind of.
But we're just posting his face out here for everybody to see anyway. Even though we don't know. We're just guessing. Hi, Maura. Nice to see you. The first one is good too. Yeah, Jolene's commentary is great, but yeah, there's a lot of it. She's pretty irrepressible, as you know. She's got a lot to say.
Kind of odd that he showed up when he did. He was as aggressive as he was. He didn't leave anything, and he didn't go to anybody else's house. So
I'm gonna throw up a couple pictures right now.
I'm just gonna throw up because you two people are so disgusting.
That sounded funny.
that did sound. I said I'm going to throw up. I'm like, you're going to throw up too? What the hell?
I'm gonna put it.
You're gonna throw up too? So does that mean that Tricia's been throwing up? Has she been telling her audience about throwing up?
The young picture of Beth B.
Oh yeah, do that. This I think is her like debutante picture. They're at a luncheon, and it's like in Texas back then. Anyway, it was very prim and proper, and you had like a debutante ball type thing. You'd have a coming.
Sorry, I missed that. Who is this? Sorry, I want to know who that is.
The young picture of Beth B.
Oh yeah, do that. This I think is her like debutante picture.
Oh.
They're at a luncheon.
So that's Beth B. And Beth B she didn't want to have an obituary. She didn't want anybody to know anything about her. So here she is posting pictures of her online for everybody to see. So make it make sense, because that don't make sense to me. Nobody ever accused Swamp Ass of being intentional.
And it's like in Texas back then. Anyway, it was very prim and proper, and you had like a debutante ball type thing. You'd have a coming out party, not coming out like today, but coming out as a young lady. And when she was an only child, and her parents had her basically to, because that's what you did in this kind of higher society, is you had a child, and if it was a girl, you would have a debutante luncheon or ball or whatever. And boy, this was not Beth B. She was into fixing cars and racing, and she left home at 16. She graduated from high school so she could get out of the house, and left home at 16 and went to college. She became a music teacher, and she was a music teacher, and she liked being a teacher, but she hated the fact she had to be a music teacher because her mother forced her to get a music, to take a teaching, to graduate in teaching, to get her degree in teaching.
Isn't this just a video obituary? Like, what was all that about? You can go out, but you can go out. You can go out. I think the dog needs to go out. Let me press play again. Sorry.
Because she didn't want to do that because her mother was a teacher and she didn't want to do that. And her mother wanted her to take over the garden club and take over the bridge club and all of the things that Bethany would never do ever in a million years. But left home at 16, got her degree, and then worked for one of the major oil companies in Texas. I think she told me she was the first female manager in Texas in a major oil company. And she was a researcher. She did a lot of research, and she always did research. Any other questions? Question.
Yeah, what is wrong with you, Tricia? What is wrong with you? Are you not aware that this little video obituary that you did, that people know about it while you're having your little freak out session about the obituary and how very dare that person put that information out there? I mean, she could have got the information straight off of this video. He, whoever put up the obituary. For the love of God, she has no shame. This is the thing, right? It's the lies. You tell so many lies, you can't remember anything. She probably doesn't even remember that she did this.
What is that? Are you concerned for your safety? And is that Luna Blue?
Let me look.
Luna, I'll tell you what happened. When we discovered this document.
Why doesn't she say what document it is? I mean, she's given away a lot of information here. What does she need to withhold what document it was?
I knew the decision I had to make to say something. I knew that eventually Daphne was going to get in trouble. Now, that hasn't happened yet. But I also knew that I had to stop it. And like my attorney said, stop.
You know what I mean? This is it, right? She's acting like she's this scrappy little fighter for justice and truth. I knew I had to stop it. And her viewers are like, go, Tricia, go. She's like the real life. She's like the little old lady from Pasadena crossed with Murder, She Wrote or Miss Marple.
Stopping somebody from getting $10,000 a month can make people really angry. And so he'd say, I have to say this, just be careful. And I was already thinking that. So
don't you think that any lawyer worth his salt would suggest that maybe she shouldn't be spreading this stuff all over YouTube, that she shouldn't be talking about it at all? I wonder if she even had a lawyer at this point, because it has taken months, right? It was February. It was the last filing in this case. It's taken months for this to happen, for the most recent one.
All my windows have blackout curtains on them. Before, they were great big, I live in a little teeny tiny house, and they were great big windows, and they could see me broadcasting, from my backyard. Now, all of my windows have blackout curtains. I do have cameras. I have alarms on my windows that don't have ADT on them. So
she's now implying that Beth is dangerous. She's implying it again. And that they are, not Beth, sorry, Daphne, that Daphne's dangerous and that Daphne is like going to be sicking people out her to come and get her. Like, my God.
And they're just battery alarms. If somebody breaks the window, it'll sound an alarm that'll make you go through the roof. That day that guy came, well, it was, I got the blackout curtains last year because my fear was that somebody would find out that we got this. And they know now because again, I think I told you this before, we sent a letter to her lawyer saying that we have documentation of fraud, so they know we have something.
Where did they get it? Oh my God, it's so creepy. And I mean, the lawyer, right? What does he care? Whoever's taken on their case, right? I mean, is she paying him? Is he doing it on contingency? If he's doing it on contingency, maybe he thinks there really is a case. If she actually paid a retainer, then what does he care? If she loses or not, if it's all hooey, he'll still get paid. So I don't know. I mean, it's all speculation on my side here, but
yeah. And I thought it would be really easy for somebody to come by and just shoot, you know. So I got these blackout curtains.
Well, she's accusing these people of wanting to kill her. Good Lord.
I wouldn't say I'm concerned for my safety. I'm taking precautions.
Olap, I think that Olap is asking, is asking, how is Stacy the one that discovered it? None of this makes any sense. I think that Stacy's the one that got into the phone somehow. This is what people are saying. So, I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure that it hasn't hit this person. The hellfire is going to rain down on them pretty soon. I don't think it's hit them yet.
And just so you guys know, that's why there's been a couple of times I've sounded bossy. Oh my God, shocking, I know. On stream when like Trish is doing a live and you'll hear her camera goes off, meaning somebody or somebody at the door or whatever makes a noise. And I just say, check your cameras first. You know, I'm reminding her because I'm afraid of her going to open the door. I hope that.
Oh, yes. She's very scared for Tricia. That actually, this adds some verisimilitude to the lie. Is that Stacy is so concerned for her. Oh my God. It's the most gullible people in the world are following this woman.
That made sense. I kind of twisted that around, but
No,
I said that funny.
and let me tell you, Stacy has the direct number to the police station that's by my house. That so she doesn't have to call 911 and they get rerouted and find out which 911 call center to go to.
Okay, so she has the direct number for the police station closest to her house because she's in so much danger from Daphne is going to come over and murder her. Okay, sure.
If something happens, she knows to call them immediately. And they can come to my house. And I did call the police that day. That guy came to my house.
La Mesa says, surround yourself with people willing to prop up your narrative, no matter how ridiculous it is. I would, no, I don't. I want people to tell me the truth. If I'm being an asshole, I want somebody to tell me so. I mean, I know that you're being tongue-in-cheek about that, La Mesa, but yeah, like, people willing to support your lies. I hope are they willing to support you when you go to prison for your lies? I don't know.
House and make a report. So I'm not. Here's the thing, my dear Luna Blue. If somebody's going to get me, they're going to get me. They're going to try, and I think it behooves everybody to watch out for their safety. Mm-hmm. And I do.
Oh wow, words of wisdom from Tricia. It behooves everyone to watch out for their safety. I mean, I had never considered that before. Watching out for my safety. Just goes to show ya, out of the mouths of babes and idiots.
And the day that I discovered that document, I realized that people's lives will be changing. Some for the better, some for a lot worse.
Oh God, yeah. You have so much agency and you're so important. You're going to be changing everybody's lives, Tricia. Oh my God.
I do believe that there is a bit of a religious delusion going on. You know, God will protect me, a little bit like Lori Daybell.
Excuse me? Like, oh my God, Krisha, I wanted to just say, sorry, that you have to listen to this idiot woman exploiting your family's tragedy every time she opens her goddamn mouth. And I understand that she is currently using JJ and Tylee as a means of fundraising. And I would just like to say how sorry I am for you that these people continue to exploit your family in this way.
That type of thinking, I believe, is what's going on in this case with her.
Just so that she can big up the drama and make people think that she's in danger of somebody with religious delusions, some like the infamous serial killer. I mean, we are beyond irresponsible at this point.
And I don't know. Should I say the first thing she said to me in the ER, Stacy?
Oh
I
gosh.
barely hear you.
Oh, what? You know, I get everything.
Yeah,
I get everything.
yeah. We are in the
Beth
ER.
B's not even deceased yet. She's alive. And of
Well,
course,
we
your
were
friends, huh?
we were in the emergency room. We hadn't even gotten a hospital bed yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
You're
she
in
turned
the ER. Yeah. Yeah.
and she turns to me and says, "You know, I get everything, right? You know,
Oh yes, happy May Day, everybody! Happy May Day. Workers' Day, yay! Workers unite, live union, live better, all that. I this is the first time I've seen this video. I've not even seen it through somebody else's channel. I am absolutely gobsmacked at this discussion here. So she is saying that when they took Beth B, I guess when things got bad and they had to call an ambulance and get her to the hospital, that while they were in the emergency department waiting, apparently Daphne said to Tricia, "You know, I get everything." This is what Tricia is claiming. I don't think Stacy would not have been there. As far as I know, Stacy never met Beth B in the flesh.
I get everything." And I didn't know what she meant. I don't know. I literally, I was saying,
Oh yeah, because the thing that was foremost on her mind wasn't money, right? Because she was just concerned about her friend's health. She wasn't concerned about who was getting what in the will. She didn't even know what Daphne was talking about.
everything, but it was so far removed from my brain.
Right? She wasn't thinking about that at all.
And then it hit me, and I said, "Well, yeah, kind of, but not. It's not the way I understand it." And so then I did talk to her later, and I did record all of our conversations. And
oh yeah, so why aren't you playing the recorded conversations for us then, Tricia? Why don't you show us some evidence instead of just making insinuations? Carol Ann C. True Crime says Tricia is the queen of Darvo, so it was probably her that said she gets everything, right? That's kind of what I assumed, actually, and I'm not sure why it never came out of my mouth. But yes, I think you're probably right. She probably said something. I mean, based on everything we know about Tricia, that's exactly the kind of thing that she would do, right? Yeah. Something like that, right? Dreamfeed Media, that makes more sense. She probably says, "I get to distribute everything, so stop asking," right? Like I'm in charge. That sounds believable to me. Somebody going, "Listen, you know that I am in charge of this, right? So just cool your jets." That sounds believable. That sounds believable.
that's when she told me that. No, she didn't tell me that she had changed her mind. I can't remember when she did.
Oh, she can't remember what stories she's told now, right? God, she's awful.
But
that was later. Yeah.
Yeah, Stacy remembers the lies. Oh my God. Ooh, these people are just, oh my God. Stacy, like, again, Stacy's the executive producer of this. Like, where is your judgment, Stacy? Jesus.
When you started to be a problem, that was later when she realized you were a problem. She had to start making shit up. Sorry, right. But yeah.
Yeah, Kresha says, well, if we were to solely rely on Lauren's word, we would still be joining the mob and labeling Christina as a stalker. It's one-sided, her version of the story. Same with Tricia. She's demonized Daphne. It seems very clear to me. I mean, I can't. And whoever Daphne is, Beth made her choice to have Beth be the power of attorney, the money manager, etc. Those were Beth's choices. So whatever Tricia thinks is irrelevant, right? Those were Beth's choices.
Upsetting. But okay, think about the mindset of somebody. Now, a lot of us have been to the ER with a loved one. Me recently with my husband, as you all know, when he had a heart attack. And the last thing I'm thinking,
Yes, I really appreciate everybody's commitment to this. It seems like it's the it takes a village, right? Everybody has their different strengths, and there's a very decent and good group of people that are working on exposing this. And I am delighted to be part of it. Same as being part of taking Lauren down or attempting to. These people deserve. I mean, consequences are my love language. That's my thing. So I'm here for it, Krisha. And I think you do an amazing job too. So thank you.
sitting there is, gee, what do I get if something happens? You're worried about them. You're hoping they're going to be okay. What the hell is this thinking of the money thing? What's that say about that person?
Exactly. And she was smiling.
Ugh.
And you got to realize Beth B had talked about this woman a lot to me and how much she loved her and how much she meant to her and, great friend and all of that. And so I didn't want to believe it. And I was having trouble.
Beth told her how much she loved her and what a great friend she was. It's so gross. It's so gross. I mean, talk about poisoning the woman's memory. God. She's not only like doing all this and trying to steal from her, and God knows what she did to her beforehand, but she's now like making her seem like she was too stupid to see through this terrible person that was just scamming her. Like she's destroying her reputation in death as well, on top of everything else. She's characterizing Beth B as having been too gullible to spot the predator that she had been friends with for 30 years or something like that. It's so appalling.
I was believing it, right, Stacey? I really was.
And I mean, based on everything that I have heard about Beth B, I just don't believe that. Beth B was a smart cookie. I just don't believe it.
You were, yeah. Yep.
Because I didn't want to believe that Beth B could be tricked like this.
Yeah, I didn't want to believe that Tricia could be such a horrible grifter that she would go after the estate of an elderly subscriber to her channel. But life is hard and filled with difficult and disappointing experiences, I guess. So me and Tricia do have something in common after all. Wow.
Yeah. She was so smart.
Yeah, that was the hard part for me too, is because she's so smart, so with it. And how could she not see it? But then she had an emotional involvement. And when we're emotionally involved with somebody, we don't see things like we would.
Stacey seems very invested in selling this story. My God. Well, I sent this video to her lawyers, so she's got that. My God.
Otherwise,
Right.
it's clearly emotions can cloud our judgment. But so my son had to kick Tricia in the butt.
Yeah, he's one that did it. I wish I could remember exactly what he said. Didn't he yell out, "Get Linda, get Daphne"? Didn't he yell out something like that?
Yep, he yelled out, "Get Daphne."
Yeah. And that for some reason,
I was wondering, so I am in Canada, so I have no possibility of attending anything like this, but I was wondering if anybody would be wanting to attend or would be close enough to attend and bring us back the real dirt. I would love it if you went, Tricia. If I find anything out, I will definitely let you know.
And him yelling at me.
We got somebody over here, Kelly TX says, "I'm down the street. Tell me when the hearing is and I'll go." Well, if I find out, I will make a post. So, and I'll probably live stream about it too. But yeah, great. I would love it. I would love it if somebody was there. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, bringing the kids into it. Yes. Oh, thank you, Kelly. That's so nice. Grizzly Bear Kelly D, thank you for the super chat. Kelly says, this whole situation should teach everyone that you need to have your documents lined up. Do a will, have a trust, have a POA, have an advance directive. Do it all now. That way things like this can't happen. Yeah, it is scary, right? Oh, yeah. Difficult Research Kresha says, Mom was in Jay's chat last night and she was pissed. She wanted to know if Daphne knew about this going on YouTube. I told her she's who I thought was perfect for the task to break the news to Daphne. Yeah, I emailed this video to Daphne's lawyers. So I don't know what else they know, but they have that.
I went, you're right. You're right. Because I was on speaker going, I don't know. Stacey,
Yeah, you were on the fence going, but I don't know. I don't want to get her in trouble. And it's not about getting her in trouble. It's about stopping this from happening to anybody else.
Yeah.
What would Janet want?
Right? The projection. It's about stopping this happening to anybody else. This is insane.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very likely that other people have done it too, but I just thought maybe she doesn't even know what's happening, right? And I feel like she needs to know. She has the right to know, right? Talk about, Lauren taking her big, huge platform and punching down on somebody who didn't even have a presence on YouTube, right? Like, this is exactly what this bitch is doing. Daphne's not here to speak for herself. So Linda Lou says Daphne knows everything that Tricia is doing. Well, I'm assuming that you are saying that very confidently. So I'm assuming that you have inside info. And yeah, I assume that they would look at it. Why wouldn't they? I just said, hey, I thought you want to know what is happening here. Tricia's doing this, blah, blah, blah. Just a little blurb, and here you go.
if Janet was here, she would be furious. Absolutely furious.
I mean, Janet is a person that for years helped other women with money. And she supported them. There was a thing they used to do. Trish knows what it is exactly.
And that's proof that she wanted Tricia to have all her money, right? Yeah.
But she was all for helping women and supporting them and ones trying to get ahead and do well. And she would be absolutely devastated to think of a woman she helped and supported stealing.
Right. She helped and supported Tricia, and now Tricia's trying to steal her estate, allegedly.
From somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. And she helped Daphne a lot too,
Yeah.
which is another thing. You know, her money manager is like, what? And that's a whole other deal. Because I had access to her emails and such, I'm reading these things, and she told me some of the things that she helped Daphne with. Well, she told me a lot of things actually, and I used to tell her, it's your money. You do what you want. If you want to help your friend, good. I think that's one.
I wish Tricia luck getting into Canada. See ya.
Wonderful. And she'd say, well, I just want you to know. I just want you to know. I said, that's great. I think that's wonderful.
Well, and that's how she was. And
yes.
She would help people that help themselves. And then there were a couple people that she just.
And then there was Tricia. Right? I mean, I guess Tricia does help herself to other people's money. So I guess there's that.
Generously helped. I will say it. She put somebody through college.
Yes.
I mean,
Purdue
the
University.
full ride.
Again, we got the full on obit here. Right? Beth B would be mortified, apparently.
This is how that woman was. Always helping everybody.
Yep.
And oh God, and I forgot, but you were saying, oh no, I forgot what it was. Go ahead. I'll remember.
Uh-oh, Stacy's getting complicated with the lies too now. She can't remember. Uh-oh. And now we see why they so easily supported Lauren. They have the same self-appointed victimhood. Exactly. And Megan too, right? Megan is exactly like that. So Insightful Swampcast BB, I feel like I recognize your picture, but I can't remember what your name used to be before it became that. Yeah. Carrying on, sorry.
Oh no. I gotta put my phone down here because going down my streets and stuff, but I can still hear you just fine.
Yeah, it was a gosh darn it.
What was it? What were you gonna say?
Gosh, an example of something like her helping. I don't know. She was. I don't know now.
Gretchen says, hashtag Team Greg. I'm assuming that's the stalker cousin, right? It's Greg. Greg says hi. Is that what we're talking about?
I drew a blank.
God, that was such a funny video, right? I mean, the thing about Tricia is that she is such a quirky little weirdo that she could probably make decent money off YouTube if she just, made she could just be a quirky little weirdo. She doesn't have to be a psychotic grifter.
Blank.
Well, she did help a lot of people,
She
and
did.
some people really took advantage of her.
Yeah.
And that hurt her when that happened. It really did. And but she.
Oh, I remember now.
Okay.
So yes, she helped Daphne out with some instances.
Yeah.
That sounds like the Olap says, "Good for nothing, second cousin Greg." That sounds like the beginnings of a song. Good for nothing, second cousin.
After doing some research, we found some instances where other people weren't so happy with Daphne's
Right.
financial advising. So, there were other cases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, other people who weren't happy. Oh, so they've looked up and now they're going to talk shit about Daphne, saying other people weren't happy, but they're not going to offer us any evidence. They're just going to shit talk her and move along. God. Lauren wasn't really a surprise to me. Wicked Stitches says, but Tricia is blowing me away. Yeah, Lauren wasn't a huge. I mean, I was not surprised to find, it come up publicly that Lauren is personality disordered. Not at all. I was pretty shocked by how far she was willing to go. She and Dr. John talking about, basically saying like whatever, that it was like 5 violations and 5 years a pop. Like they're like literally talking about putting Christina in prison for 25 years. I did not have that on my bingo card for Lauren. I knew she was, I knew she was a phony and a fake. I did not expect that she would try to put someone in prison. I just didn't. And I have had every single thing I own stolen from me by a narcissist. So there's I still project onto other people, good and decent behavior, even though they don't deserve it.
Exactly. Cases were settled. We don't know what happened, but
yeah, she's talking shit about Daphne. She's saying that other people had complaints about her financial managing.
I can't believe she hid the cancer from me for so long. But
I think Chad did get Tricia. She keeps cutting out. Angela. Say
What?
Angela. And you keep cutting out and we can't hear you and
Oh,
stuff. So it's Chad.
Here we go. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had coffee in my mouth. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay. So anyway,
Tricia.
I called like the fire department and I said, listen, I have a friend. She has all her faculty. She's an older woman, but she really needs to go to the hospital, and she refuses. I said, like, if I called 911, can you force her to go? And they said no, unless she's a danger to herself or to others, or she's like unconscious.
Yeah.
And,
right. Yep.
Yeah, and she told me, she said, you call.
This is so gross that she's doing this after telling everyone how private Beth is. So private that she didn't even know what her illness was, that Tricia didn't even know what her illness was. And she is on fucking YouTube. Hey, that's a good idea, Dreamfeed Media. Let's FOIA that call. Yeah, right? Because you could find it, because we know that Beth B died on the 17th of May, right? So it would have been just shortly before that. God. She can't, I mean, I feel like we're verging on like it being illegal for her to reveal this stuff. No? I mean, I'm in Canada, so that we don't have the same laws necessarily, but like you're not allowed to talk about this stuff. This is people's private information, no? My God.
911. I'm telling them to get out of here. I'm not going anywhere. And she just, when her, I guess she had breast cancer, 40 years ago. Like, she didn't have chemo or anything. She just
Why is she doing this? I'm sorry. I can't listen. I have to move ahead from this. I can't listen.
don't know. I'm just, oh, wait, do we have another super chat? Hold on.
Yes, we do. From
Oh my gosh, they're getting super chats for this. People are giving them money for this. Hello, HIPAA, Tricia. Yeah. God. Oh my God. I'm losing my bananas here. Sorry.
Oh, BT
VT Paranormal. Mhm.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. A blessing for the families of the missing. Thank you, BT Paranormal. You are so sweet.
A blessing for the families of the missing. Because she's gonna go put that money straight into a slot machine, see if she can't double or triple it, and then she can give all of that to the families of the missing. Good thinking, Tricia. Yeah, go gamble it.
What a doll.
Allegedly.
Just,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
She took the 5th. So I think that we can safely assume she has a gambling problem.
keeping track of how much this is, because I'd like to tell DNA Solves.
Yeah, so under starred, they're all saved under starred. I clicked it where it saves them.
Oh, I see. There's 4. Okay. Very good. Let's see. Okay, so 10, 15.
You know, I'm going to be very curious if all of this actually does result in some sort of revelation that Tricia has been up to no good from the get-go. I wonder how the people that have given her money in these live streams where she's talking like this are going to feel after that happens, right? Because let's not forget that she's victimizing all of her followers too, right? She's not just victimizing Beth B with this. She's victimizing all of the people that believe her and believe in her and give her money to keep this shit alive.
20. Okay, so I got about $35. That's great. That's wonderful. You guys are extremely generous. Thank you. Let me just go through here and see if I can see any.
And another G word, another word that starts with G, which is gullible. You guys are extremely gullible.
More questions.
Thanks, insightful swamp gas be me. I appreciate the clarification.
And then I'm going to go back in and we're going to talk about some other stuff.
I found something I'm going to take a screenshot of for you to text to your lawyer because this has me puzzled.
Okay.
Document. I might have found something else it needs answered.
Yeah.
Because that's really bad.
She is up to her eyeballs in this shit, old Stacy, hey? Good God. Linda Lou. Oh, what's happening? What about Daphne knowing the other answering questions about who I am? Don't worry, I'm leaving. How rude. Well, you don't have to leave, Linda Lou. What's happening? What's going on? What is going on? Well, M. Peterson says, I would love Dreamfeed Media to write my obituary. Dreamfeed Media does a very thoughtful job of everything that I've ever seen. So, yeah, I would like Dreamfeed Media to write my obituary, too. I agree. Linda Lou, sorry you feel that way. All I said was arguing chat is lame. And 2, if you don't like someone's chats, just block them. Yeah, okay, I don't know what's going on. So, I don't have Boss Lady here managing the chat for me. So, sorry if I'm missing things, people. I am definitely missing Boss Lady.
If this is the case. Wow.
Bipolar Express, I don't think she listens. Like I said, I hope she does. I'd love her to know.
Well, I'll tell you something.
The Bethy Boop says, is she really driving or showing pre-recorded videos and squatting on the toilet in the dark? Either one of those things could be true. She is daft enough for either one of those things to be true, in my opinion.
And I've heard conversations, and I know what she said to Trish and other people, Daphne. And this is what Daphne thinks. Daphne thinks, in the beginning, Trish is an idiot. and she will do whatever, believe whatever she said, and not question it. She has
Yeah, Tricia is an idiot. And whether she believes it or not, she's going to work her grift. So, yeah. Not sure what your point is there, Stacy.
no idea what Trish does,
Right.
and so with the people that surround her and what they do, whether it's
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering the same thing. Insightful Swamp Gas B Me says, how can she afford a lawyer? I thought she was so poor she was having trouble paying for StreamYard. Yeah, I was wondering if maybe the lawyer took the case on contingency, which presumably a lawyer wouldn't do that unless they thought they had a case. So, I mean, it could just be, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. I did look up the lawyer. I wasn't able to find him specifically, just his license number. He's been practicing since 2011, I think, or 2012. And he works for a firm that specializes in probate, among other things. So, and it, like, she has, and it says, I can't remember where I saw it, but she has retained him. So I don't know if that means she's paid a retainer specifically or not, because I don't know details of that sort of thing. But
people on Websleuths.com, or whether it's somebody like Jim Rathman, or whoever, or Cheryl McCollum, she has no idea.
You're exactly right. And Green Eyed Pea says, who owns the house? Nobody at the moment. I don't even know if
Beth B got the lawyer, I had heard, allegedly for discussion purposes, says Spit and Spooch Solves. I'm not sure what you mean. Beth B got the lawyer to fight against, I'm not sure what you mean. I'm confused. A curious-minded seeker says, I've been assuming she's been drawing a salary from Othram, so I doubt the channel is even her property at this point. The lawyer is most likely working on contingency. Well, that's what I assumed, but why would he do it unless they thought they had a case? And yeah, she changed over from saying she was the owner to saying that she's the manager. And also Othram has responded, so somebody posted on Websleuths, something questioning her. And Othram responded saying that this person was an unhinged and something else person who had a personal issue with one of their employees. So it seems clear that, yes, she works for them.
like the proper authorities have been notified that Beth B has died.
Right.
I think that might be part of the scam. So
Yeah, I do. That's one of the other things. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed a little bit of that. What do they think is part of the scam?
Right.
I think that might be part of the scam.
I don't care. I'm not going back again.
So
Yeah, I do. That's one of the other things. Yeah.
Red Like Wine again, Beth B had no next of kin. Her only next of kin would have been like second and third cousins, which if she doesn't have a will, they can come in and claim her estate, which is what she was avoiding, really what she wanted to avoid.
But she had a will, so it would have very easily been avoided. The will sends all of her money to the pet sanctuary, no? So that doesn't make sense.
So
I mean, they have to post, right? They have to say somebody's died. They have to put up death notices. They have to make announcements. They have to let people know. So, Beth B's will saying where she wanted her money to go already solves this problem that Tricia is pretending exists.
let's see here. I'm just reading some questions here. No, she can't get into the garage because they did basically unplug it so the garage door opener doesn't work anymore. So 4+3 says, should you be talking about this stuff? Tricia and Stacy need to stay safe. Don't make me come down there to protect because I will. Well, good. That'd be nice.
They're not worried about the guy that they're doxing, putting up pictures of, they're worried about Tricia and Stacy. That's where we are with her followers.
I'd like that. No, I'm careful about what I'm saying. I'm tired of being quiet about it.
You're not being careful about what you're saying, and you haven't been quiet about it. This is the second field trip video, for God's sake. Plus, we had the woo-woo Saturday night. So you have not been quiet about anything, you lying sack of lies.
Tired of people living large off somebody else's money. And I'm tired.
Oh my God, the projection. The projection. Oh my God. This woman scammed somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000 off of MH. Right? We saw that in the court filings for the Sue Pruitt case. God, what an insane projection. This is it's happening again, and all I'm doing is going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Tired of waiting for a court date. I'm tired of it. And I want it out there in case something does happen.
Does happen to you. Yeah.
I want it out there. So yeah, so thank you, my dear. Let's see. The next steps, we are waiting for a court date to discuss the probate situation. Yes, Daphne does work in finance.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, right? That's what she's done. She has made people think that her life is in danger because Daphne is some dangerous psychopath that is going to try to come and kill her to stop the truth from coming out. This is exactly what Lauren did, right? Make Christina seem like a dangerous psychopath coming to attack her so that all of her followers would be up in arms and on her side, and getting ahead of it with the narrative spinning, right? This is absolutely shocking behavior. Wow. Is that just some frogs croaking gently in the background? My God, this is crazy. Wow.
Nana Lana, I will not receive anything because there is nothing in writing that says I am the beneficiary. So.
And there you have it in Tricia's own words. Where are we at here? 117.39. I gotta write that down. Hey, boss lady. Oh my God, you're here. Thank goodness. The chat has been unruly. All sorts. It's been going on without you here. I have to write down where we are in this video so I can come back and clip that. And can I remember what it was now? 117.39. What am I going to clip? I can't even remember.
Nana Lana, I will not receive anything because there is nothing in writing that says I am the beneficiary. So.
Yeah. But I'm trying.
Yeah, no matter what happens with this, it won't go to Trish. We're just doing this just so it doesn't happen to anybody else and whatever. So, and the proper person that should receive this gets it.
Yeah, except that we know from the court filings that Tricia is claiming that she's a creditor and that she is owed money and that she will be in dire straits if she doesn't get that money because she was led to believe that she would, and she made decisions based on the belief that she would have that money. So this is a complete and total fucking lie.
Exactly. And yeah, we want to make sure that nobody else has to go through this.
Yeah, right? And at some point they go along and go, oh yeah, we just wanted to make sure that the animal sanctuary got it, right? Uh-huh.
And again, the people that might receive this that it looks like it's going to go to is a Hollywood ending.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. So, and I know that it's
so that the comment on her screen right now says Corey Richens thought she was smarter than everyone too. And I literally was just like trying to pin it because I thought it was one of you saying it. That's how much this is just absolute projection.
It's kind of hard to make sense of, but it will make sense when I can tell you everything. So I'm just going through here, make sure I haven't missed anything, then I'll go in the house. So, no, Beth B had no children. So let's see here. Justice Jane says, is there an executor of the will? Not yet. Linda versus Linda. Thank you for the super sticker, my dear. Thank you.
Literally, people are giving her super stickers for this because they think that she's out there fighting crime like Miss Marple and the little old lady from Pasadena.
I'm just reading this real quick. Hang on, everybody.
Okay, I'm getting bored with this.
And if I missed your
Again.
donation, I apologize. I'm trying to get it. Kyle the Kidney. Let's talk about Kyle the Kidney. Kyle the Kidney was one of the reasons I came out here. It was also to help Bethany and to help.
Oh yeah, she brags about this on a couple of her videos where she's like, oh yeah, I was like, I will come out and take care of him. I am very selfless. I will give up my life for 6 weeks to come out and take care of him, and I won't expect anything in return. I'm not trying to insert myself in a situation where I don't belong so that I can grift off all the people involved.
Help the human get the kidney, Kyle the Kidney. Again, another reason why this is bogus, because I can guarantee you with all my heart and soul, Beth B would never forget Kyle the Kidney.
Curious Lee says Tricia has no boundaries with her chat. She encourages parasocial relationships. How long until there's another Beth B? Yeah, I mean, and we all have questions about what about Helen Burns? What the hell went down there? And what did Tricia get out of it in the end? She was living with Helen Burns when she passed away, right? And she wears her ring. So what happened there? A little curious about that. I mean, I don't know what happened, but it's, all of this makes all of her past behavior suspicious, in my opinion.
Ever. Now,
Yes.
he is being taken care of
Yes.
temporarily by Daphne, but I don't know how long that's going to last. So we'll see. And again,
that's because certain people threw a fit about
Yeah.
that, because she said, you asked her about, well, what about so-and-so and Kyle? And she's like, oh no, she said nothing about them.
yeah, she said they said nothing about you or about, the human, Kyle the Kidney, nothing. It just all goes to me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's just bogus. Because I know, first of all, I know she would never not do that to me, but I guarantee you, she would never do that to Kyle the Kidney.
Yeah, it's all she really cares about is Kyle the Kidney. It's not that she wants money for herself. She just wants to make sure that Kyle the Kidney is taken care of. And I mean, that's what Beth B would have wanted too. So, Trisha's pretty selfless, you guys. Pretty selfless.
Ever. So, anyway. Let's see here. Thank you, Jules, and me again. Oh, wait, I think I'm way high up there. Hold on. Yes, temporarily, Kyle the Kidney is being helped by Daphne.
Hi.
Because she has all the money.
Mhm.
So he's doing really well.
Okay, Dr. Melmo1 says Trisha is lying. Daphne is not trying to cut out Kyle the Kidney. Oh my God, lying POS. Okay, so you must have some information that I don't, clearly. I hope that is true. She's so angry that she strung her on for so many years and it was snatched away. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Tricia. And yeah, boss lady, I think you're right too. She's out of control. And she feels like Do you know who she reminds me of? I keep thinking of this over and over ago. Years ago, like at least 10 years ago, probably a little bit longer, I saw an episode of Hoarders on whatever channel, A&E. And if you've ever seen that show, you will be familiar with the fact that there's usually a point in the cleaning out of the house where the person who is the hoarder has a kind of a meltdown over having to get rid of some of their stuff. So this one episode that I was watching, there was this dear old woman, this white-haired old lady who was living in this absolute death trap of a hoarding situation. And she was just a sweetheart, right? And all these people were there to just help her out and try to get the situation under control for her. And then came the moment that she had a hard time dealing with it, and she turned into a rabid freaking animal. Her personality completely changed, and she turned into this vicious, rabid, insane person. And this is who I keep thinking of in this situation. That's what's happening to Tricia, is that she is threatened. She's threatened with having something that she had her claws in being taken away from her. And that this is all the acting out in response to that.
Andy Williams, the human that has Kyle, is doing excellent.
Based on Tricia's comments that she has uncovered fraud to the tune of 7 figures, I think you might be right, HMS Gen X lady, that it must have been quite an anticipated windfall for Tricia to be so over the top.
Yeah.
Who is it that says, there's somebody who says, oh, it's Jolene, I'm pretty sure. Jolene Lunzer, if you haven't been over and seen her videos on this, you got to go watch her. She's very good. That she thinks that this is her retirement plan. This was her retirement plan. Hi, BGPO. Nice to see you. My penny pill. She says that my videos are her penny pill, which is extremely charming. Thank you, BGPO.
It's getting scary. It's getting intense because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to take some action.
Sorry, Kelly Kell, what is the only reason a firm would take it? Yeah, I think it's nice that she's creating receipts. Yes, I agree. Yeah, she's a scary, scary human.
I'm going to show some people that document that we found. Some people that are trying to handle the situation so they can understand who they're dealing with.
Oh, she's not going to show us.
But again, it's just hard to say. Hard to say what's going to happen, you know? Oh, I put the penguin. What do we name the penguin? I forgot. I threw him on the...
Well, I mean, we know... yeah, if it was a big estate. Yeah, I mean, it's a sizable estate in terms of, like, I mean, the house and the cars. And then she's got... We know that there are other accounts, right? I mean, this is a woman who worked for many, many years as an executive for Mobil Oil. I am sure she had 401ks. I'm sure she had everything all, you know. That's really funny that you say that, Sunset Chaser. She says it's interesting that Hella is in Australia and Penny's in Canada. They must think Americans are crazy. I mean, we kind of do. I can't speak for Hella, but yeah, Americans are kind of a little more over the top than Canadians, to be sure. But yeah, I actually had the same thought today, that 2 of the people that are really interested in all this aren't even from the States. Nina F says, Penny, you should listen to the video where Tricia says that now that a will has been found, she will back down. So ironic considering the latest filing. Yeah, I don't know which one that is. I know I've seen part of it, and if anybody could point me to which one it was, I would be delighted to have a closer look at it. Because yeah, I remember her saying that. Oh, it's now there's a will. Oh, it's fine. Like, we just wanted to make sure, right? She's claiming, right? We just wanted to make sure that the animals were getting what was coming to them. That was the Hollywood ending we were talking about, right? That was it. That was what we meant. Yeah. Kathy Shields says the attorney will take all of the money off of Tricia Griff.
Well, I didn't mean to do that.
Subs.
That's the penguin that
Um,
the penguin gave me. The king penguin. Okay, and there's the emperor penguin. Guys, I need to put you on the seat for just a moment. Here, I gotta grab it. I take Beth B's phone with
was
me
it
everywhere I
Webby?
go.
Was it Webby or something?
Oh, I think it was Webby. I think it was Webby. I take Beth B's phone with me wherever I go. I have it in one of those bags that can't, and no signals can get through. It's not so important now.
H&T, but I think she must know because she knows, right? She knows that people are talking about her, and everybody's putting up the documents and showing them online. So I'm pretty sure that she would know that we have them. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess.
But it was before when I was the only one that had that document. So. Okay, and there's that. And there's that. And there's that. Okay, hang on. Let me turn this off. So, oh, there is something in the middle of the street here. Let me get this out of the street.
A good idea, Candy Williams. Maybe a safety deposit box for the phone. Okay. Good night, Lynn Jen.
The thing about the phone that I am curious about is like, can't whoever has is the executor, can't they just shut off the phone, like stop paying the bill? Like, why would it still be, why would they still continue to is Websleuths video was called They're Making My Life a Living Hell? Or is it I think she deleted that one. I think they deleted that one. I remember now. And it's coming back to me. Because, yeah, that was right. Jolene covered it, and it was the one. Yeah. But when I went to look for it, because I wanted to watch it and respond to it, I couldn't find it. It was gone. So I think they're just starting to take things down that people respond to. Anything that's at all damning. Which is why, yeah, people are now starting to download the videos in which she makes these insane comments before she can delete them.
It's hard to see the chat right here. Okay, this is better. Let's see. Lord Thomas says, all they need is bow chicken, wow, wow, penguin. Lamb chop isn't enough. He's a ladies' man. He's got Lisa Taylor, you're so right. She says it's so crazy how some people can be smart but have no common sense. That's very true. There's those my friend who's a psychiatrist used to use the example, he'd say, I knew a guy that was a rocket scientist, but he couldn't give you directions to the grocery store, but he can sure as hell tell you how to build a rocket, so.
Wow, Stacy's great. She should have her own channel. Amazing, riveting content, Stacy. Oh, here she is. Oh, she's back. Let's see. Okay.
As you say that, when I tell somebody, how can I help? That means I really want to help. Give me something to do to help you. I would be honored to do it.
How can I help you rip off Beth B's estate? I really want to help you. How can I do it? What can I do?
What are we talking about?
I'm just responding in chat because AZ Mermaid says, how can we help? And I said, well, right now we have a plan, but you never know,
Oh, yeah. You're talking about Beth B in that situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, we...
Cappy, nice to see you. Riveting content. Her friend, the psychiatrist, yeah. Who? Dr. John? It's probably Dr. John. Ugh, God. Okay, I'm going to let this run for a minute while I put on the rice.
I've talked to my attorney today. I'm going to, I'm putting together a little portfolio to give to some people in charge, some people in the government to take a look at, to make sure that they are aware of what has happened. And again, it will all end up in court. And once that happens, I'll be able to tell you a lot more. But just, just by being here and supporting us like this is so helpful. Today was a bad day. Okay, that's so obnoxious. There you go. Go get it, but go take it to the other room, okay?
It's just occurred to me that they're making my life a living hell video might have been a deliberate red herring where they said, oh yeah, we knew about that will and we're just blah blah blah, we were just hoping to get the money to make sure it goes to the animal shelter. Maybe they were just saying that so that everybody would stop looking into them. Maybe that's why they did it.
I had a bad day too. It's
You did?
just been a
What
bad
happened?
Well, I let's just say Cotton Star got an earful of me crying on the phone. So
Oh no, why didn't you call me?
because he helped me with something,
Okay.
going over some documents and a case and everything, and
Yeah.
I wanted his opinion, and it looks like what's been deemed it is so.
Well, are you okay?
Yeah, I will be.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, can you tell me about it? I mean, off the
Yeah,
air,
I can
maybe?
tell you about it. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, sorry, good Jen. You guys, I'm so sorry. I came in and the dogs I have this big, tall metal garbage can, and I'd thrown some things away that were in the fridge. Somebody knocked it over. Now, both of these guys have tried knocking stuff over if they think there's food on it. Well, they knocked over the garbage can, and there was food everywhere when I walked in, so I had to hurry and pick it up. I don't know what they've eaten. God only knows. They seem absolutely fine, both of them. They're running around like crazy, So, Debbie Niner fan says, when did porch guy show up on your porch? I was about 3 weeks ago. It was about 3 weeks ago. Again, that was the most.
Okay, that was weird because now me and Tricia have something in common, because yesterday on my live stream I was talking about my dog getting into things and then getting sick from it.
Scary thing that has happened, and we can't say for sure that it's connected. To me, it just is the only logical explanation that I had kept getting these. Here's your Apple recovery code. Don't give it to anybody else. And so I know she's trying to get into Janet's accounts.
Yeah.
And
Just like you were trying to get into Janet's accounts, she's doing the same thing you're doing. Is that what you're telling us? Because you were telling us all about that before.
She can't get the recovery code because it doesn't go to her phone anymore. It goes to my phone. So, yeah.
Right. And speaking of that, because I was waiting a bit to do this,
That is the perfect analogy, curiously. She says, these two remind me of the people who try to help you cross the street and pick your pocket at the same time. That's exactly who they are. Small time con people. Just gross.
see what happened with the lawyer. Okay, on my Facebook, I'm going to be posting a close-up picture of the laminate. There's something embroidered on this gentleman's shirt. And there's also a picture. If anybody can enhance images, I mean, yeah, that's how you can help. If anybody knows how to enhance them, clear them up a little bit, go ahead, try your best. I'm really curious about the embroidery on the left shoulder, if it has a company name or something like that.
And that's what it looks like. And someone I know.
Okay, I don't want to be a party to them doxing this poor innocent person. God.
Said that it looked like an adult protective services shirt, that they looked just like that with something embroidered right there. And again,
we don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know. We're just guessing.
Who knows? It's just so hard to say. But so he was very, very aggressive. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I went through
I mean, I saw a picture of that guy. He didn't even look like he was even remotely aggressive.
A lot of the agencies and a lot of them polo shirts are uniform shirts, and for a lot of different places, just like here, they are for a lot of restaurants here. But I went through in Texas for different agencies, and a lot of them were polo shirts. So.
Yeah, this is right. their viewers are eating this stuff up. Like, oh my God, they're detectiving, they're investigating, and they're looking into stuff, and they're out there being scrappy little fighters for justice. Little underdogs, scrappy little underdogs, doxing the government worker.
So,
Okay.
and she was 100% correct on that. They do wear polo shirts.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. It could have just been.
We'll see. We'll see. We won't see. Nothing will come of it because it was nothing. Either that or something has come of it, and he has come back and knocked on the door, and he is from the Department of Insurance, and the thing has been sorted out without any to do, and she hasn't come back and said, oh, I was an idiot. Sorry, guy, for doxing you.
And a random guy, and for some reason just showed up on my doorstep. I don't know. I just but then to have that picture, and when I first saw that picture, and the picture is blurry, you can't see a face, but you can see the outline. And
for a minute there, I forgot that she accused him of having a picture of her son on his cell phone.
if you knew my son and how he looked in high school, that's him in high school smiling, and that was my first thought when I saw it. And then when I sent it to him, that was the first thing he said. So again, we could absolutely be wrong, but I don't know, you guys. It was a bad day today. I talked to my lawyer. Things are not happening. My biggest fear is that she will get away with taking all of this money that was not meant for her, and the real estate, and the house. And I don't know how she can give away. She gave away a car.
Oh,
That's interesting, Kresha. Kresha says, when I grabbed a screenshot of the Be Me text they shared, I uploaded it to Canva to try and improve its readability. As I adjusted the contrast, 3 significant smudges appeared in important areas. I mean, that whole text was weird looking anyway, right? It didn't like, it wasn't in like a text bubble like on an iPhone, how texts show up. Kresha also says, I zoomed in and shared the photo of the guy they shared and saw no such thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it's just insane, right? I mean, and it's not even, these things are not even difficult to figure out, right? Like, do they think that people won't figure out that they've done this? I blocked this from my memory. Yeah, I get it, Kathy Shields. I blocked out certain things from the Lauren fiasco. There's been people who've been revisiting things a little bit lately, and I was like, oh my God, I'd forgotten about that part of it. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Like, there was just so much insane stuff going on. Grizzly Bear Kelly says, I think they're just setting up scams left and right. Yeah, I mean, they must have several on the go at once, right? Shirley Graff says, Tricia Griffith repeats herself at least 3 times, if not 10. Dude, we heard you the first time. Yeah. Well, nobody ever accused her of being interesting. There was no picture of anyone. Either she is lying or extremely paranoid. I think she's straight up lying. I think that the guy had a legitimate purpose to be there, and she has, for some reason, decided to smear him as a violent intruder. Kresha says, I'm not an Android user, so it's foreign to me as far as placement of text and such. The smudges, though, are weird. Wasn't expecting that to be a thing. Yeah, the whole thing just is weird. Okay, so it was an Android. Okay, so I'm actually not familiar with Androids either, so thanks for pointing that out. But it didn't look like she had a picture. The picture that she showed, or when she showed the phone, or however she showed it, her texts above looked like they were in normal text bubbles, and then that one was just kind of on its own, and it was in a bigger font. That's how I remember it. ABG, always be grifting. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I mean, she must have to have several things going just to keep her in cigarette money, no? Kathy Shields, she has destroyed anything valid that phone could provide. Yeah, I mean, exactly. God knows. I mean, my email is dreadfulpennytruecrime@gmail.com. Yeah, send me anything. I'm up for it. You're an Android person, so what did that picture look like, boss lady? Do you remember? Did they show up in bubbles, like the blue bubble over here, the green bubble over here, the blue bubble over here, the green bubble over here? I am running out of steam here with these ladies, but
That's the other thing. The other person was it was her car, and she's supposed to get the car, and then Daphne's trying to take it from her.
Yeah.
Sorry, it makes me so mad. Right.
yeah, Cece is right in there, eh? And that's the other thing. Yeah, she's right in there. So yeah, they just look like normal text. That whole picture didn't look like normal text.
Let me tell you one thing that happened here.
Ugh.
And this is just how this shows how Daphne is. Janet was a big car person. I used to tease her and call her house Janet's used car lot, because she'd have like 3 or 4 cars there that were all in working order, and she'd lend them to friends and things. Well, the one person, this friend of ours, I'm going to call her. Let's call her Bailey.
I love that name.
Bailey, yes. She gave Bailey a good car, a very good car, and I was there when she gave it to her. But she also gave Bailey a very old car, because Bailey likes to work on cars like Janet did. Now, she was able to get Bailey's name on the old car, on the registration. She hadn't done it yet for the newer car. So that's still in her name. But I was...
Again, more evidence of her telling everybody all about Beth B's generosity to go against her, the deep dudgeon that she is currently experiencing about somebody putting out information about Beth B in an obituary. Because she seems pretty comfortable telling everybody all the information that she either knows or is making up about her.
There when she gave it to her. And so the older car is in Bailey's name. And Bailey is at Beth B's house doing some work, cleaning up and such, after Beth B had died. And this was before everything got really ugly. And
I feel like it got ugly almost the moment she died, when you went running back to the hospital to grab her phone, to make sure her phone and her purse, so that you could find out who she had been texting with. I think it got ugly right then. Just saying.
And Daphne shows up in Janet's car that she had given to somebody in her church. But she didn't have the right to do. She didn't have the right to do it. She told me, she says, "Oh, we're going to get you a new car, honey. We're going to trade in the car that you have. I know you're supposed to get Beth B's car, but we're going to trade that in and then get you a better car, one that's newer, because there's somebody in my church that needs that car." That's what she said she was going to do. Now, this was when I thought, it was all supposed to go to her. I didn't know what was going on. And that's what she told me she was going to do. But she just gave Beth B's car away to somebody else. So anyway, she shows up with Beth B's car because it's a big SUV. And she tells...
yeah, Tricia really is the victim here. I don't know if you were aware, but Tricia is the victim in this situation.
Bailey, I need to get the key to that car because somebody in my church needs it. And Bailey said, "No, that's my car." And she says, no, it was part of the estate. So, and I'm paraphrasing. So I get it. It needs to go to somebody in the church. And Bailey's like, "No, my name is on the registration." And Daphne's like, "Well, no, it's not. I have the registration and your name's not on it." Bailey's like, "Yes, it is." And she didn't have the registration with the car. She had it at home. Anyway, she was able to show it to her, but she was going to take it. So
wow, great story, Tricia. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that other than, how is this anybody's business but Beth B's?
we were worried that Daphne would call a tow truck and tow it away. So I had Bailey.
It's not just that it makes me mad, right? It's that, like, it literally causes pain in my heart, because I think of my mom passed away in 2021, and she was a lovely, lovely person. And she never, was in the hands of anyone like this. But it's her that I imagine, right? When I think of Tricia grifting this woman. And her name was Daphne, my mom. So, you know, it's sort of hitting me because of that as well. But like, I just think of towards the end of her life, she was very vulnerable. And it's so easy to picture this and that person who was beloved to me in the hands of someone like this. And I mean, it just doesn't bear thinking about. Imagine, just imagine being that vulnerable and having these two plotting to get your money,
Daily, move it over to
allegedly.
my house, so I could keep an eye on it. It's, you know, again, the greed is unbelievable. Now, I'm going to leave you with one final story, and this happened the day. Gosh, maybe I've already told you this, guys.
Oh my gosh, she's so awful. I feel like a voyeur in Beth B's life. Hi, Suma. Glad you could make it. Cappy says, I have a pal whose grandmother was taken in by a grifter like Tricia. Yeah, and it was catastrophic. Like, yeah, it's just, I mean, God. And for the people who loved Beth B, I mean, I can't imagine how I would feel if somebody like this got a hold of my mom in the end of her life and I wasn't, for whatever reason, around to kind of keep an eye on things and see that somebody like this was getting in. Like, God, how you would feel, how her relatives must feel. It is just, yeah. Anyway, Suma, hey, I used some screenshots from your Sarah Boone handwritten letter reading, so thank you for doing that, because I couldn't find it online, because I'm Canadian, but I couldn't get access to it. So thanks.
I'm sorry if I've repeated myself, but Beth B hired this man. He's a wonderful man, a fireman, but he had to have a second job, and Beth B paid him $160 a month to mow her yard, $80 each time, came over twice a month. And it was time to pay him. And I would go to the bank to get the cash for her so she could pay him. Well,
so this is what she does, this, right? This is her shtick. This is how she gets her manipulation in, right? The story is about this over here, but the message is I had Beth B's access to her bank because she trusted me, and I was the person who went to the bank, and I was trusted to handle finances. So whatever the story is, the message is I was the one. I was the trusted one.
we had just called 911 and they were coming to get her. And I knew she would need her wallet and her ID with her insurance card and all the things that you need when you go to the hospital. So I got her purse and made sure that she had her ID, made sure she had all that she needed. And she had the 160 in her wallet for the gardener. Now, keep in mind, the gardener has been friends with her for years. And this was his food money. So I took it out. Now, as I'm taking out the money, because I didn't want to take it to the hospital, didn't want to get it stolen, I was starting to say, I'm going to leave this in her nightstand so I can pay the gardener when he comes by. And I pull it out and I start to talk, and I'm sitting there holding the money. It's all 20s. And she, like this is the money. She comes along, she goes, just snatches it out of my hand, just like that. And I went, she goes, I can't even remember what she said. And I didn't say anything. I was so stunned. It just snatched it. I was just holding it up, starting to say, because I was looking at her, I was starting to say, oh, this is the gardener's money. I'm going to leave it in the nightstand so I can pay him when he comes by again. She just snatched it, just like it was like she was a starving child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look back.
Oh my gosh, she's just like projecting 24/7. My God. My God. Anyway, yeah, great story, Tricia. Dreamweaver1 says, I totally understand your perspective about your mother, Penny. Sorry for your loss. I have a 93-year-old father who is so vulnerable right now. Scammers, grifters are terrible to deal with. Yeah, I mean, it just makes me sick in my heart to think of Beth B, vulnerable, maybe, frightened, maybe like, I don't know if she had maybe a touch of dementia or, what symptoms she might be dealing with. Like, God, just how frightening it would be to have somebody in your home that you didn't have that wasn't listening to you when you were saying leave and was going, no, you don't need that. You know what I mean? Like just that whole What would she do? The gaslighting, what the things she might have done to undermine Beth B's, sense of competency in herself or whatever. Like, it just is allegedly just is so creepy.
Back then, I'm sure I thought, what the hell? But again, I was too worried about my friend to even care. Looking at it now, I'm so mad at myself that I didn't just jump in and go, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, and then guess who ended?
Right, and then people here are jumping in and going, what the hell are you doing? And you're acting like we're all poor and we're all low class poors, a bunch of us over here.
Up paying the gardener out of their own pocket.
Yeah,
because
that's okay.
That's the kind of person she is. She wanted to make sure he got his money, so Tricia paid him.
I paid him. Yeah.
Oh my God! Like, she's sitting here telling all these horrific stories. Oh, God. While claiming, on the other hand, that Beth B was this private person. And she's over here revealing all this very private information, which is, most likely a pack of lies, but like, none of this is anybody's business, if it even happened. And I have my doubts about that, but none of this is anybody's business. And she is over here in high dudgeon over a beautiful obituary celebrating the life of a role model and it just is so sickening. I don't even know where to put myself sometimes with these people.
I did. No, that's okay. That's okay. I will.
Okay, Apples is currently getting into the raw rice bag because it's time for his supper. So hold on a second while I go figure that out.
Karma has yet to fail me. I sometimes think I'm not going to see it, but it is yet to fail me. So
yeah,
we'll see. We had a memorial service because Daphne was supposed to she has Janet's ashes. And she was supposed to do a memorial service. She never set one up, never did anything. So we did. I did. We had one in October for her at her favorite little dive restaurant. It was really fun. And I'm sure somehow she found out. I hope she did. But she's still talking to somebody about this memorial that she's going to do for Beth B. And yeah, she's not going to do any memorial. She was supposed to give me some of her ashes. I've got a little urn. In fact, I have it right up here. Just like a little 2-inch urn. That's all I wanted. No,
yeah, well, maybe you didn't earn it, Tricia. Because you know what I have right over here? I have some ashes from my foster mom because we had a real and lasting and close relationship. And the family and the people around her didn't try to keep that from me. My God. She's the victim in all of this. My God.
yeah.
The ashes thing is weird. Curious-minded seeker. I agree.
Just a horrible human. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, but hey, she'll tell you how much she believes in God and how much God loves her and how God helps her. Can I tell one more story? Because this one's pretty funny.
Yeah, but I just want to tell everybody, warn you, this person, I'm positive, she flaunts it. It's like a neon sign. I'm a good Christian. And for me, I feel that is just her mask she puts on because she thinks nobody will suspect her of doing.
Projection 24/7. These two over here hiding behind their grift. They have a regular feature on their channel that's like, exposing bad YouTubers. It's literally the exact same thing as wearing your religion as a shield. Another lying liar who lies.
Doing anything wrong.
You are exactly right. If she can convince everybody she's a good Christian, then nobody would think she would ever do anything bad. Yeah. And I think she has convinced herself that she's done nothing wrong. I really do.
Yeah.
I think she's convinced herself that this is what Janet wanted, that she didn't, again.
Right? This is Tricia. In a nutshell. She's convinced herself that she's in the right here.
Janet would never, ever do that to me, but I can absolutely guarantee you with your life and my life that Janet would never forget about Kyle the kidney, the human that has Kyle the kidney.
Well, What is it that the statement analysis guys say when people start swearing on their life and on the graves of their mothers and all that sort of stuff? I believe they say that's a big red flag. Doesn't mean it's a lie, but you got to watch out for clusters. And this entire video is like a red flag showroom. So I think we can safely assume, allegedly, that Tricia is lying again.
Yep.
Never. Yeah. So anyway, this is during the estate sale. And Janet had one of those chairs that it lifts you up and then it like dumps you out. Oh, She Wolf, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you very, very much. Gosh, that is so nice.
Not a single one of these people in her audience has thought to themselves, is this okay? You know the episode of Seinfeld? I don't know why I so often think of Seinfeld when these people come up, except that Seinfeld was a show completely about narcissists. But there's an episode where they're in the bakery and the car, they're waiting for George or something, and Jerry orders a black and white cookie, and they start talking about race. And Elaine gets really uncomfortable and goes, should we be talking about this? Wait, like not one of her viewers has had that thought. Like, should we be talking about this? Like, are you sure this is okay? Are you sure that this is that Beth B would want you to be sharing all of this with us? Like, not one of them. They're all like, here's a super chat. You girls go. You scrappy little fighters for justice. You go.
Nice. Let's see how much we have here. Let me put this down. That is a lot. Thank you. $19.99. What a doll. Thank you so much. I'm going to let DNA Solves know how much money they have coming to them from tonight. So,
yeah, right? Because she's got to get it out there that she is going to somehow send this money to DNA Solves, like she hasn't. I mean, I guess if they're super stickers, right, then it just goes to her channel, right? Does that mean that the Othram has access to her YouTube? That the money goes straight into their account? Yes, I think you're right, Tanya. I think that's exactly right. Yeah. She's a scary, scary woman.
And just to say, my grandmother had one of those chairs when I was young because my mom took care of her. She had Parkinson's. And you push the button and it would come all the way up until you're in a standing position.
right.
I played with that thing constantly.
Oh, yeah. I can see
Oh, great story, Stacey. Wow, great story. Interesting. Wow.
why they would be fun. I really can.
I played with it, yeah.
So anyway, somebody came by and they wanted to buy it. And for some reason, the cord was missing. Now, the cord had been there earlier in the day, but they went to plug it in, the cord was missing. All of a sudden, I hear, please, God, please. And she comes out, she's got her hands up. Please, God in heaven, listen to me, please. Find this cord, Lord. Find this cord so we can sell this chair. And then the guy that's running the estate sale starts trying to out-God her. Yes, Lord, please, Jesus, help us find this cord. I'm like, they're out trying to out-God each other, yelling about prayers and finding the cord. Well, somebody found it. It was in a box that was close by that had a bunch of other cords in it. Somebody had probably just plugged it in and unplugged it and threw it in the box.
So yeah, this is the whole, they had an estate sale, we had an estate sale. It sounds like they were still on, friendly-ish terms when the estate sale happened. And then she forgets what she said, right? So she forgets that she made it sound like they did it without her knowing and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's all just part of the whatever. This is what they do, right? It's expedient in the moment to say we had an estate sale, and then it's expedient later to say they had an estate sale. When she wants to make it look like she's the very important person who's involved in all the very important decision making, she says we. And when she wants to make it seem like they are the bad guys who are locking her out of her rightful position, she says they had an estate sale. That is my guess. What comes next? Oh, okay, let's go. What comes next?
And she's like, hallelujah. Oh, this is the quickest God has ever answered my prayers. Hallelujah, God. Hallelujah. And I'm like, I can't take this. And I said, I'm so sorry. I have to go home. I've got, work has called me. She doesn't even know what I do. I said, work's called me. I couldn't, they were out godding each other. Oh, jeez.
You should have said, I had lost an earring last week. I'm going to go home and pray real quick.
Yeah,
So,
I had to go
I'm
throw
gonna
my
find
arms
it.
up in the air and say, dear God, God in heaven.
Was that Stacy's attempt at humor just there?
Jesus, help me find it. Help me. They were both yelling at God and God this and God that. And I'm like,
Tricia Griffith is accusing someone of acting outrageously and being ridiculous. I mean, go over to the Olop channel and watch some videos if you want to see Tricia being absolutely ridiculous.
I am in an insane asylum, you know?
All she had to do was go look in a box.
Yeah, it was just right there. It was right there. So.
Oh my God, great story, Tricia. Wow, that's really so revealing about these fake Christians. I mean, it sounds to me like they were having a sense of humor in the middle of a kind of a little bit of a stressful minute where they were really hoping to sell that chair. And if the cord couldn't be found, maybe they wouldn't be able to sell it and it would just end up on the, on the dump. I mean, there could be many reasons for that. Yeah, right. That's actually a great idea. Ancient Teapot says, dreadful penny too. Someone should make a list with timestamps for the lawyers of all the self-snitching moments. Yeah, one of the things that's been hard for me is finding the videos where they say these things, because there's most of the time their titles are not related at all to the content, or don't give me any indication of what self-snitching they might do. So yeah, I could use a list like that myself, honestly.
Anyway, okay. Now, I'll tell you what, let's talk about a couple of things happened today in the Nancy Guthrie.
Cindy says, Tricia really wanted that chair. That's actually possibly a very insightful comment. Maybe she's mad because she thought she was going to get the chair. Maybe she hid the cord. Maybe she separated it from the chair in the hopes that it wouldn't get sold and she could end up taking it home after it didn't sell. Allegedly.
Guthrie case. According to the Daily Mail, and I'm going to put the link up to Websleuths about this, they claim to have video footage now.
Olop is definitely taking one for the team. Stacey Eats the Frogs. Yeah, Olop is doing awesome finding stuff. They must be watching a lot of Tricia, and I feel their pain.
Now, of Nancy getting into her Uber that Saturday night to go to her daughter's house, her daughter and son-in-law's house. Now, that's all that we know. We don't see the video. We don't have it. Nobody has it. But that's what the Daily Mail is reporting.
Okay. It seems like they are moving on to Nancy Guthrie. So that's okay with me, because I am running out of steam, and I will maybe listen later and see if there's more on this that I want to share later. But for now, I think I'm. What were you typing when I said it? Am I in your head? A lot of you people are in my head, so I can relate to that. The Olop is yes. I mean, the first I ever knew of the Olop was the Hidden True Crime, the musical, and I was an immediate fan, immediate subscriber, and I have never looked back. Yeah. Thank you, a curious-minded seeker. I sometimes lose track of what's going on, and I feel like I don't know if people are having a good time or not, but it does seem like people are very engaged with this content. And I'm delighted to see that, because it's I mean, I very seldom have difficulties in my chat. People are always very thoughtful and very respectful. And that's always such good news to me, because that means that there are a lot of thoughtful and respectful people in this community that, feel the same way that I do. And that is a balm to my soul. And I mean that quite sincerely, I have, ever since I had my store and everything stolen from me, and that was right before COVID and everything went crazy, I have, been kind of keeping the world at arm's length, and it's been a real balm to my soul to have found this community of people who are not only like-minded but just very kind-hearted and very generous. So I appreciate you all very, very so much. I'm not sure when I'm going to do my next live stream, but it will be in a day or two. Suma Loudmouth, I love your content too. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate the support. I have just had the warmest reception in this community, and it's, as I say, it's a balm to my soul. So, Boss Lady, always a pleasure, and I will love you and leave you until next time. And thank you all for your concern about apples. That meant the world to us both. So good night. See you next time.